Hold, hold on.
Okay.
What's up? I'm live. What's up?
In the shadow of the night, on the creep, raising up the titans, watch the fallen gods weep. From Baltimore streets to the Florida shores, Jehovah, hold and feel the wrath as it roars. No more rules, it's time to break. Killer army rise and make no mistake. All gods must die, hear the echoes cry. From the heavens to the ground, see them fall and die. All gods must die, no more alibis. Odin, Buddha, Allah, they all say goodbye. Zeus, on the throne, but he's losing his life. He's ready for the fight. Open your best run, we here for debate. All the deities trembling, feeling the weight. Step aside, make way for the real. All gods must die, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. Hey. All gods must die, hear the echoes cry. From the heavens to the ground, see him fall and die. All gods must die, no more alibis. All gods must die, no more alibi. They all say goodbye. All could have gone killer, now time to fly. The world's ours now, hear the last goodbye. In the shadow of the night, on the creep, raising up the titans, watch the fallen gods weep. From Baltimore streets to the Florida shores, Jehovah, hold and feel the wrath as it roars. No more rules, it's time to break. Killer army rise and make no mistake. All gods must die, hear the echoes cry. From the heavens to the ground, see them fall and die. All gods must die, no more alibis. Odin, Buddha, Allah, they all say goodbye. Zeus, on the throne, but he's losing his life. He's ready for the fight. Open your best run, we here for debate. All the deities trembling, feeling the weight. Step aside, make way for the real. All gods must die, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. Hey. All gods must die, hear the echoes cry. From the heavens to the ground, see him fall and die. All gods must die, no more I'll and die. All gods must die, no more I'll alive. They all say goodbye. All could have gone killing, now time to fly. The world's ours now, hear the last goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah. Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing the house, man. Look, man, we here, man, to do our thing. Make sure y'all support the event, the pay-per-view, man. I'm waiting on this for a long time. Finally get a chance to catch a pseudo-sophisticate. Caught him red-handed, trying to perpetrate a fraud. Y'all see the debate topic. It's two questions there. Was pangenesis the scientific portion of Darwin's theory of evolution? Wow. Did Darwin produce a scientific theory of evolution? Wow. Anybody that would take that debate is a pseudo-sophisticate. He gonna have to come in and flim, flim, blim, blam, bloom and trick 'em, ship us. There's no other way around this. It's always an opportunity to teach. This will be a teaching moment. How clear can I be? How simple can I make it so that a 10-year-old can understand it? We already know he's going to be complex because he's going to have to be complex in his lie. No way he's going to get past that. The title had already killed him. Remember, the title was produced based off him making that video about me. And this was his argument. So, man, be there, get the tickets, man. $30, man, to get in that door, man. Get there, man. It's one of them things, man. And it's going down, man. I know there's a lot of debates going back and forth in the community, but this one of them ones, man. They brought me out retirement for this one. I had to do it. Man, big up to all my supporters, man. Big up to all the pseudo killers. Big up to all the scientifically literate people, man. And big up to the real ones. Big up to Dr. Oyamayat. She's a real one. Big up to Juju. She's a real one. Big up to Miss Tiff. She's a real one. Big up to all the warriors. All the pseudo killers. You know what I'm saying? My good friends, man. Kent Vance and them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is, man. Shalimbe, man. Malcolm, man. Y'all know it, man. Cedric, man. I can just keep naming them. Space Age African. All the people in the pseudo killer army, man. The pseudo killers, period, man. Man, y'all know what it is, man. We here to make sure this thing stay tight in our families, man. We want to make sure that the information is transferred to the next generation of people that's listening on YouTube and everywhere, is accurate and on point so that we don't look silly. There's a perpetuation of being silly on major platforms, whether it be the Breakfast Club, some of your best channels, they all looking wild and are misrepresenting who we are, man. We are very intelligent people. Those people that they call African Americans, synonymous with Black Americans. It's wild to me how I don't like African American. Well, you didn't say Black Americans. There's some pseudos running their mouth. The FBA is a pseudo fan base. And there's people that's representing the FBA that the FBA don't even know about. It's a whole bunch of nonsense to divide and conquer based off of lack of wisdom and knowledge. That's what it is, man. Got some powerful people in the chat, man. Oh, I see you, Dr. Mayat. Man, make sure y'all like and subscribe. Truth to Power, yo. Talk with Dr. Mayat, man. Make sure you like and subscribe, man. And then make sure y'all catch the Doc and Unc show, man, when we come through. Make sure y'all do that, man. Pick up the Rock City, man. Taj, I see you, man. King Hercules, I see you, man. Eric, I see you. Eric Solomon, what's good? West African. YDNA EM2 in the building. So I just appreciate everybody, man, to take the time and just listen to me, man. Thank you, Dr. Mel, for correcting that daggone spelling. Yeah. The hell I was talking about. Conversation with intelligence. African Americans, okay? The stumbling blocks. Will the real God stand up? That seems to be a stumbling block. Let me talk about it. When you think yourself to be conscious, you get away from Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. And when you think yourself to be serious, you go to Africa and you look at their spiritual systems, and then you may become part of their spiritual traditions. But let me be the first to tell you that African Americans, unto themselves, I don't even know if I said that right, we got our own thing. Say it again. We actually have our own thing. And while Christianity is woven into being a Black American and an African American, it's woven in. You can't get rid of it. Some of the oldest institutions we have is the church. But you need to know the reason why. And if you're willing to accept the reason why and still be that, then that's your right, inalienable right as a human. Why are African Americans Christians, Muslims, and Jews? Why do they stand on the corner with wild outfits on? The Hebrew Israelites are wild. Power Ranger outfits, umpteenth degree. Purple Power Rangers at that. Why do we do that? What's the truth? Why? Here's the why. Here's the why we stand on the corner. Here's the why we profess Christianity. Here's the reason why the Christian church is one of the oldest institutions in the African American community, because African Americans were enslaved. And the only reason we practice Christianity is based off our enslavement. Oh, Ethiopian Christianity. And I'm saying you playing with me. We're not Ethiopians, and Ethiopians aren't us. They're Northeast Africans last time I checked. A whole different dynamic, a whole different ethnic group, a whole different ecology. For the same reasons you're not Ethiopian, it's the same reasons you're not a Nile Valley culture. Oh, you're a Great River culture. Ghana, Great River. Central African cultures, Great River culture. Niger River, that's a Great River culture. But for the same reason you're not Ethiopian, it's the same reason you're not Eritrean, it's the same reason you're not Nubian, it's the same reason you're not Egyptian. And if you can't understand that, then we back to this. It's a stumbling block. These stumbling blocks we lose friendships over. You know how many people I don't mess with no more because of the Black Egyptian conversation? Yeah, I know you say that's crazy. I'm saying, man, it is what it is. I'm not willing to compromise. Well, you gotta have compromise, don't you? I'm not sure. My compromise would be this: that your personal choices is your personal choices. And I always feel like you should keep your damn personal choices to yourself. You know why? Because they're personal. So how you feel is how you believe. It's personal. But if you stand on this mic and claim, I am going to help African Americans or Black Americans, whatever the hell you think you are, I'm going to help them, I'm going to help them, then stop giving out your personal thing. I don't tell people don't believe in God. I don't tell people they can't be Muslim, Christian, and Jews. I don't say what you can and cannot be. I just simply give you the accurate information that African Americans, based off of geography, ain't a daggone Hebrew, just on geography alone. And you know, that's an important thing here. Some kind of way we forgot our schooling where you learn geography. Based off of geography, you're not Egyptian. Based off of geography, you're not Ethiopian, Eritrean, not that. Based off sheer geography. Geography is one of them stumbling blocks, because if you just understood geography, some things you would not say. Just like if you understood a scientific theory, it's some things you would not say, like Charles Darwin, did he come up with a scientific theory? That is the most ridiculous thing that anybody could ever argue. It is ridiculous. Not in the pseudo world. In the pseudo world, Charles Darwin didn't actually come up with a scientific theory. It's a wild world out there, African Americans and their stumbling blocks. But back to why we Christians, we only Christians, and the other things I mentioned was based off of the slave trade. What was the purpose of the slave trade? The purpose of the slave trade was to take the resource of black gold and fuel the global economy. That's what it did. It was the impetus of colonialism, of power, of money and resources. That black gold was premium resource. It allowed them to have a free workforce for damn near 300 years or so. Imagine having a free workforce for over 300 years. And then imagine taking that same workforce and breeding them. Breeding farms. You're not going to find it under breeding farms. Just the damn plant. There were certain plantations where that was the focus. Well documented, is what it is. And imagine erasing people. They erased you. That's what a slave is. A slave is a person that has been erased. So we like got a half a head been erased. And even when we think we got ourselves back, we still missing a piece, like a piece of your head and your chin and your shoulder. Yeah. So we, as African Americans, we fighting to get our thing back, man. And in the process of fighting to get our thing back, we hurt each other in the process, man. We do. We do all kind of things, man, and trying to capture who we are, and everybody find a different way of capturing who they are because we have been erased. Nobody really talks about that, but we know from evolutionary psychology, man, these things affect humans, and the misinformation and the way we think is passed on for generations, man. The way we used to beat our kids was all based off of trying to protect them from the slave masters. All that stuff is in the game, man. It's trauma and traumatizing. But the thing I cannot understand is, why do we keep passing on the damn trauma? Christianity is traumatizing. Christianity is a fulfillment of replacing that which was erased. What was erased? Your culture. So I always say this, and y'all miss it. I say that religion is a cultural social system. Ancestor veneration, deification of a damn culture. Yeah, that's why they call it scripture. What is scripture? Scripture is something that is divine to a particular culture, and you read and you say, that's my script, that's the scriptures. No, it's not. It's a Palestinian, Judean scripture, Middle Eastern scripture, all out your geography. Do you see how understanding geography would actually alleviate that stumbling block? It's the simple things, like in science, right? Most times, the simple explanation is the best explanation. But say this again. In science, most time, it's the simple explanation to be the best explanation. So geography can get you all out of that. Easy work. Look at the map. Look at geography. They got scales on those maps. Take your ruler and measure the distance and all that. Occam razor. That's right, Domo. Big up the Domo. Occam razor. There you go. So, simple explanations I'm talking about. Geography will fix that. Well, why am I saying that? I always say, if you're going to read the daggone Bible, read the Bible with a daggone map. Because once you read it with a map, geography starts to play a key role in it because it's going to give you all the places. It's called the biblical world. In your mind, based off of being enslaved, based off your ancestral shrine being taken away, in your mind, you think it's talking about the whole world. Pause. All right, I'm back. I'm back, man. Y'all know I got a business here and I got to answer that sometime, man. And I was cooking with hot grease. Can I tap back in to the daggone ancestors? I think I can. I was talking about geography and how a lot of questions, right, can be answered through geography. And that's why I say when you reading other people's sacred texts, right, look at the geography and it's going to tell you what it's talking about. I also talked about there's a ledger at the bottom of most maps, man, where you can where you can measure like the distance and get that in your mind, and then look up what the biblical world is, man. And when they talk about the biblical world, they're not talking about the whole world. I don't care what they say. And we know why they're not talking about the whole world, because we don't live in pseudo world. We live in the real world where real people have to actually find these places. Whether they find these places 20,000 or 30,000 years ago in the Americas, or whether they find these places in the early 1400s. They have to find it to even talk about it. Not let you think there's some God in the Bible that's looking down and putting it in their head. See, that's what y'all think. I'm never going for that. So a stumbling block is geography. Geography will help you fix that. Easy work. Easy work. And so the trauma that occurs when you lose your ancestral shrine connects you back to your ancestry, right? Remembrance of it. And your ancestry connects you back to the earth. And the earth connects you back to the cosmos. Okay? I'm saying it in a scientific way. I'm saying that biologically, all life on earth is connected, and chemically, all life is connected to the stars. You get it? Because it's called the chemical element chart. Big up the Space Age Anthony. He made that point superb. Religiously, your ancestral shrine connects you back to the earth where your ancestors first walked the earth, whether they popped up out of a mushroom or popped up out the dirt and some God say, boom, or whether they fell out the tree or whether they crawled out the river, Dogon, right? I ain't being funny making fun of it. I'm actually not. But whatever it is, it's your connection back to that which made you whole. And when religion come in, when another person's ancestral shrine come in, it disconnects you. So I'm saying, man, we run around here on disconnect. And even when we try to get connected back to this thing, we still promote the damn trauma. Because watch this. I made comments. I say, yo, well, we just not black. Now, I wasn't saying like the Moors was playing that wild game. I was simply saying what John Henry Clark say. John Henry Clark say, well, black, we basking in the blackness is cool, but at a certain point we gotta get past that. People like lost their mind when Clark said that. Man, they ignored him. He was simply saying that there's not a black country. It's not like a black land, right? He was trying to get us to figure out like where do you actually come from, and he was trying to make the point that the black portion of it was a pseudo-scientific one-drop rule thing, right? It was a racialized social construct that had been dominated by the people that made the social construct. Because when they made themselves the white people, they put the white people here. And when they made you black people, put the black people here. So you was always starting out in a place of inferiority. Because that's what slavery do. It make you inferior to the people that develop the system and to the people that control the system. Because now they're telling you who your ancestral shrine was. What is your ancestral shrine when you're a Muslim, Christian, or Jew? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Adam and Eve. Because Adam and Eve is the great ancestors of Abraham and Moses. The great ancestors of the Muslims and the Christians and the Jews. And where does Adam and Eve connect you back to? The garden? What is the garden? The garden is the sacred place where man came into being. Women and men first, right? And that man and woman, became a what? And God reached down and and grabbed the dirt and blew in the man, and he became a living soul. Boy, that's a wild story. But it's still an ancestral connection for the Muslim, Christians, and Jews. Think about that for a minute. And it connects them back to their great God. Where's their great God? In the sky, wherever the hell he is. And guess what their great God did? He created the earth. But he couldn't have created the damn earth because they didn't know about earth. Not until Copernicus did they start to talk about how the planets circle the sun. So we thinking man came to earth knowing any of those things. They did not, because it was not essential for survivability. Man did not evolve to understand the size and shape of the earth. Man did not evolve to understand how the daggone earth is moving through the cosmos. Man did not evolve to understand DNA or any of that stuff that y'all think they did. No, they did not. That's why we know the Bible is not scientific. Because it wasn't made to be scientific. It was an ancestral shrine that connected those particular people back to their divine source, back to the cosmos, or whatever the hell they think it is. And see, that is the stumbling block. Damn geography. Connecting yourself to an ancestral shrine that has nothing to do with your ancestors is also a stumbling block. Because you don't care about where you come from. You don't care about, how do I know? There'll be some that'll argue about, I'm not from Africa. There'll be some that will overwhoop the African thing. There'll be some that will deny their great ancestors right here in America. We all over the damn place. We can't get on one accord. Science will put our ass on one accord. Anthropology will put our ass on one accord, because then we'll know. Let me drop the link to see if anybody want to get on this conversation. Y'all see the conversation It's with intelligence, man. And we talking about the stumbling blocks, and then you throwing the drugs in the community. High incidence of gun violence with the kids, right? With the babies. High incidence of all kind of nonsense. Because we disconnected and we fight like hell, man. So I know some people gonna get on here and fight like hell. Gideon, you definitely welcome, bro. I don't know why you got off last time, man. You definitely welcome to come on and have this healthy conversation because we doing it with intelligence, yo. And so we don't have to agree with each other as long as our ideas come out intelligently. What's up, Joe, man? What's good, man? I see you, man. Christian, non-Christian. So I'm dropping the link in the server. Y'all should be in the server, man. If y'all ain't in the server, man, y'all missing out, man. I'm going to drop the link in the server first because that's first priority. Yep. Drop it in there. Everyone that's in there, I'm going to drop. Y'all going to get that. Y'all see what the conversation is. We want to stay on topic, right? Now, if you want to shift it a little bit, let me know you shifted and we're going to shift it, yo. We're going to definitely work on that, yo. We're going to work on being able to have, just conversations with intelligence, man. And I'm saying I'm going to work on my part. It takes two to tango. All right. So I know I play a big role in, the way conversations go. I know I'm nicer than that. I mean, my game is tighter. I can keep everything on the rails. I think it's better for the whole overall health of what we do. What's going on with you, Gary, man? Serial Killer Army, man. What it do? All right. So I didn't drop that link. All right. Babylon Dunn. What's up, man? Shock value. Mitochondria and Eve debunk. Yeah. What? I'm boom. 50 bus. This ain't funny. All right, we dropped that link, man. Y'all can get in there, man. LB, what's going on with you? LB, Serial Killer Army, what it do? See, was in that server causing havoc during election time, boy. Advocating for real. In real time. Black Panther, what's good with you? Smalls, what it do, man? Serial Killer Army, man. Black Panther, see the super duper pseudo killer. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? I see you driving through the tree.
Man, I'm trying to make my way home, bro. What it do?
So we talking about them ancestral shrines and how important ancestral shrines is important to humanity. And we know it's important to humanity because all people, all nations always try to trace their roots back to Earth and back to the cosmos, bro. That's what they do.
And everybody group better than the other group, too.
That's right. Of course. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I don't know why they mad at Charles Darwin for saying the same thing.
Everybody group better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's fair to say that, by now, 2025, we should understand that those people were working with a limited knowledge of nature around them, period.
Yep.
And so the things that we read and a lot of, I don't care which religion you're speaking about, but a lot of things that we read in these old books and documents and stuff, like we should take it with that context in mind. Like they just speaking from their knowledge base. They don't know what we know right now. We shouldn't be repeating them as a matter of fact. We should just be repeating them as this is what they believe. Like for instance, the Bible don't know about my ancestors. Do you know my ancestors not in the Bible?
No, they're
What's
not.
Africa not? That's Africa not in the Bible, bro.
No, they're not in the Bible, yo.
Yeah, so I mean, what the heck? Where I come from? I came from the moon, though. the dark side of the moon.
Oh man!
It couldn't have been the light side. It had to be the dark side of the moon.
Dark side of the moon. Oh man, yeah. You funny, bro. Yeah. No, your ancestry is not in the Bible. That's why I say it's an ancestral shrine, yo. And I'm saying, so I never take away from other people's ancestral shrine, because at the very heart of it, it's talking about the human experience, and it's talking about particular humans and how they are experiencing a world, and what they deify, right? And what they make sacred, and what they make holy, and what they make important to them. And it is, and that's just what it is, no matter what a person says. So I get that. And so you could definitely learn from other human experiences. The problem is when you use, because that's why the Bible can be very attractive, because it's well put together. And I always say it's a great human literature, man. Great piece of work. Great piece of literary work. Absolutely is, bro. A lot of authors came together. No one author, a lot of authors came together, putting it together. 1440 Gutenberg printing press, binding. A lot of things went in to get that technology right, to get that print out there, yo. And all those stories, man, that's serious right there, yo. But it's just one story about groups of human beings being in particular geographical region, and the story never was about the whole damn world, no matter what y'all say. And we can debate that till the cows come home. Kid, what they say?
Hold up. It was about the world. Remember, the world got flooded. Remember the world?
Yeah, man. The Bible say no. The Bible can't say no more than what the humans that wrote it said. I'm gonna say this again. The Bible can't say no more and no more than the humans that actually wrote it. And the humans that wrote it didn't know nothing about geological floods.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
Because if they did, they wouldn't have wrote that. They'd have known it would have been impossible to flood a place that's already sediments in water. Come on, bro. They didn't know about glaciers, ice caps, low tide, ice sheet. They ain't know about none of that, bro. None of that was in the game. That's later on.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So
that's a fact right there.
Yeah, so people argue about that, argue about certain things. Yeah, get out. I'm like, come on, man. Y'all gotta stop that, man. I mean, you got people that are all about that type shit all day long. Yeah.
But look. Remember, I was saying earlier that like in a lot of these stories, when people write them, they always make themselves the greatest, and the people that they come in contact with. If they write this, they write about the other people around them in their story. Their God has made them greater. Their God is helping them fight against them and win. If they just so happen to lose, then they probably did something wrong, and so God got mad and let them lose. You know what I'm saying? and you know what? That way of thinking hasn't gone anywhere. That's still the day. We still have an affinity for our particular group, and we'll come up with a way to put down another group. I don't care if it's through physical strength, speed, or like somebody said, well, I'm more athletic than you. Nah, take that. Or somebody be like, well, I'm smarter than you. That's what they doing. That's what they doing with that bell curve thing. Oh, well, we smarter than you.
Yeah, that's not what they claim. They ain't talking about that, remember?
Yeah, exactly. They ain't talking about it. Everybody walk away with that thought. So who messing up there? How can you write a document and everybody come away with something different than you wrote? You must be doing some pretty piss poor writing.
Most of wrote a Bible. Right. That's a Bible.
There you go. Right. Everybody can walk away with their own thought.
That's a Bible. Yeah, there ain't no work of scientific.
How that work? How can somebody read your document and everybody walk away with their own thought on it?
It's not a book with scientific clarity in it. We couldn't.
So that what I'm saying is that ain't gone nowhere. That narrative of my group is better than yours is still hanging around.
Yeah, it is the narrative. That's what humans do. I'm the best.
Right.
Yep, that's what we do.
See? How are we gonna deal with that?
I don't know, yeah.
Can science get us up out of that?
Get us out of what? Get us up out the bell curve, bro?
No. I'm just saying that the bell curve is a reflection of a evolutionary cognitive process that's been going on forever. Well, amongst humans, my group better than your group.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to say that's been around since humans have been, finally started congregating together and forming groups.
Oh, that's a fact.
All right, so I'm saying that ain't gone nowhere.
Well,
I'm saying even if the bell curve, because I don't really beef with the bell curve's findings.
Okay.
Because you can do tests in a certain way and come up with some results. Fine. Okay, that's the results of what they are. Right? Now, what people make of those results, what the author is saying and what people make of those results is where the contention comes in.
I don't
and
know,
for good reason.
You know what? Like for me, based off of everything we went through, based off of the starting line, and you hit that gun go off, pow, right? And we're immediately running to slavery while the world is going on and moving and investigating, and all that is occurring, bro. Man, come on, man. We behind, yo. That's why them reparations is always top priority. Yeah.
Facts.
And when I say reparations, I don't mean all money, but we need that regular cash coming in, right? We need the resources, right? We need all aspects of resources, man. So
most definitely.
Yeah, so I mean, to think that that's not. I mean, that's par for the course to think we're less intelligent. They started off with that. Remember, it was the work of Charles Darwin that put a scientific, real scientific conversation on it. That didn't mean that when Darwin published his theory on Monday, that the shit was changed on Tuesday. It didn't mean that at all. Big up to the Lamar Pope pseudo killer army, man. It didn't mean that at all. What it meant was now we got scientific literature, scientific theory, well substantiated, Enki theory, right, on how humans are the same. 99.99 the same, bro. This is before genetics, man. Big up to the bar, man.
There's no way Darwin said that before genetics, man.
Yeah, he did. And I tell you what most people don't do. Most people don't. Boom. They don't read the Beagle. This is serious, yo. The Beagle, the Voyage. This is also Charles Darwin's work. They don't read that, man. Big up to the barbarians, man. Y'all always fight, man. But I know I'm a barbarian all day long. Big up to the barbarians. Yeah, that's that Facebook group, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Anyway, so people don't read that. And so Darwin's world is based off a Victorian time period. The language he uses the language of a Victorian scientist. Did we want him to use the language of a 2025 African American? Is that what we're looking for? No, it's a game they play, right? It's a tool that they will use to say that evolution is not a thing, right? It's a thing that religious people will use. He's racist. The point is, he could have been super racist. But when he went and did his experimentation, it don't show. What it shows is a person unifying humanity. What it shows is a person making scientific statements of the interconnectedness of all living organisms. What it shows is when we separate, because when he published the theory, he's not even talking about humans. He was smart. He's not talking about humans. He's talking about plants and all the other animals, not the human animals, but the other animals. All right. That's what he's doing. He did that. Right. So if he racist, so what? What we know is the brand of Christianity he practiced It's called he's a monogenes. All right, it's a monogenes, meaning one humanity, bro. He's saying that all people come from God. So God created man equal. That's what he was thinking. Now the question is, what about the culture? Yo, we got our first caller. Pan, what's going on with you, man? Talk to me. What's on your mind?
What it do, Pan?
Good.
Ooh, your thing messing up.
Y'all hear me?
I can hear you now. What's up?
Okay. Ain't too much, man. It sounded like y'all moved on when I tried to click the stream link, but I wanted
You can go back.
to
You can always go back.
yeah,
Back
I
in the
appreciate
time.
that.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you all, and I might drop down for the answer because I see that on in and out, but I just ask the question and drop the answer. My question is, do you think it's likely that Black Americans will obtain reparations when not only are the majority of whites against reparations, additionally?
All right. So his question is, well, do you think we'll have obtained reparations? I think it's the same question that people ask. Do you ever think we will obtain our freedom or not, Joel? You think about that, being in the mode of slavery, being in that point, and I could imagine people asking that question. They couldn't. Some people just couldn't see it, and I don't fault them on that. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, because that was a big hurdle.
It's a big.
In 1840, 1820, that was a big hurdle.
Past the big hurdle is the ultimate hurdle, ain't it? Wouldn't we call it the ultimate hurdle?
Right.
That was the ultimate hurdle during that time period. So it's not a matter of what I believe, right? Okay. It's a matter of what I know about humans when they work together. And if we work together, right, and we get functional in our arguments of reparations, okay, and keep our foot on the gas, make it important to all generations that follow, we can get that. Yep.
Yo, that's deep. I got a bomb in right. Boo! We need some sound effects, yo. Drop a bomb for that one. That's key. That working together. Oh man. Yeah. Because I was somewhat disagree with Pan that most when he says most European descent people don't want to give reparations, I would tend to disagree.
Okay.
I really feel like yes, there's a large number, but there's also a large number that feels like that's the right thing to do.
Okay.
Here's the thing about humans. You can get a crowd to follow you into doing the wrong thing, even when they feel like that wrong thing is not the right thing to do.
Okay.
It's part of that's another part of that evolutionary survival part of our coming together where conformity helps us to go further. It helps us to do more. It helps us to be successful in our adventures, right? And so we kind of gravitate to supporting each other, even when we know in the back of our heads it's not right, right? So if we can work together as one and begin to convince people of why this thing is the right thing to do, people will begin to change.
Okay.
And once they begin to change and start to think different, it's going to spread. And once it spread, all of a sudden, that group that you feel like wasn't supporting you, but they really are, they become vocal. And once they become vocal, other people in the recesses of their mind say, oh, yeah, I wasn't going to say nothing, but they right. And then all of a sudden, you got a big group. So people have got to, they've got to start thinking about this, not from a defeated standpoint, but from a, looking at ourselves internally and saying, what is it that I can do
Okay.
to get people to understand what happened with us. Before and after, you know, because we were pretty much in a great way locked out of the economic monopoly game here in America.
Yeah.
Right. They kind of blocked us out of it. Let a couple people go around the board a couple times, get all the property, then let us come out.
A couple times, man. They had to, so great point. But hold on, the board was theirs.
All right.
The board was theirs.
Oh, okay. Then you put that in it, right? Okay, that makes it even worse.
You gotta explain it right. The board was theirs, right? And you definitely had to go directly to jail. Every time you took a step, go directly to jail. And jail represents like take steps backwards.
Jail represents jail.
That's jail. And anytime you keep walking forward, but you're really walking backwards, that's got to be jail, bro.
Right.
So go ahead, though.
Right.
I don't want to stop your thought. Go ahead.
No, that was that. Hey, look, you just added more emphasis on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and all I'm saying is that when do we as a group of people begin to look inward and start holding ourselves accountable for stuff, right? I mean, because think about it. We got a bunch of people running around here. And right now, we from 5 different places. Okay. We from the Levant, because Christianity started in Africa first. You're like, what? Then it go even deeper. You got some dudes that was straight Canaanites. They swear they're Hebrews. They swear they're Hebrews.
Okay.
Then you got some folks saying they Moors. They in the northwest side of Africa, way at the top.
Northeast all up in York. Go keep
they bugging. Then you got some folks. Then you got some folks down here in the Americas. They're like, yeah, man, I'm chief. I'm chief walk with a bop. I'm chief walks with a bop. Like what?
One sec. We gotta do this. All those things you just named.
All right.
An official. It's an official pseudo alert. The Levant, Northeast Africa, the Americas is all pseudo.
No, you got Northeast and Northwest. I ain't get to the Northeast yet. Northeast is we're the Egyptians.
That's Northeast.
The Moors is what? What's the Moors? The Moors Northwest.
The Moors, man, I don't even. They're already in Arabia, yo.
Look, man, we all that. We 5 different things. we ain't figured out yet that you know what our ancestry is. And I'm just saying that's a self-inflicted wound. It's self-inflicted wound. All right, I'm off my soapbox.
Got the Coliseum arguments in the building, man. Big up. MVP
what up?
In the building. Big
Sabio, what it do, son?
Big up.
What up, y'all?
On your mind, Sabio.
Oh man, just enjoy hearing some valuable talk, you know, not a bunch of flammery, you know, and what yeah, man, and what Joe was saying is exactly what I've been saying. Now it's like and you know what Pamelaism asks y'all. I don't even know how we can actually even start having that conversation if we don't know who we are. If our ancestors did nothing, if our ancestors went through nothing, then why are we talking about reparations?
Drop a bomb. Boom! That man dropped the bomb right there, son.
What has to be repaired? We were already here. We were the enslavers. We were the Muslims. You know, somebody said that the Muslims came to America first.
God dang it. Oh, you mean the Moors, not the Muslims. You mean like
the Muslims. The Muslims. Muslims, not Moors. Muslims.
I ain't never
I'm not. Said it to me with a straight face.
Dang. But he said it with his chest?
Man.
I gotta laugh to keep from crying,
man. You and me both.
Man.
Because the levels of stupidity, and we want to sit here and try to say that we need, how can we get reparations? Who are they repairing? Who are they giving it to? People that weren't ever enslaved? What do Native Americans need reparations for? They got their reparations. They got casinos and stuff.
Self-inflicted wound. God dang it.
So, hey, we got Fontaine in the building, man. Big up to Fontaine, man. Pseudo Killer, official man, Army man, official music maker, yo. He's a top-notch rapper, man, and he looked out for the platform, and I always want to give him a big up, man. That's real, man. The Enigma, Cali the Enigma. What's on your mind? What say you? You see the conversation with intelligence, African Americans, and the stumbling blocks, man. Real gospel.
It's a great conversation. I just wanted to know how you recovering from dealing with that dude Yodi yesterday, who said that the Ottoman Turks came to the Americas first and brought white people.
I didn't make it. I'm still trying to recover.
You see, and I wanted to join the link. I wanted to join the panel so bad. You thought I was on, Joe. I told you somebody said the Ottoman Turks, and good and well I know all about the Ottoman Empire. The Ottomans didn't even ever think about coming to the Americas. They was too busy trying to hold on to the possessions they had over there.
That's crazy. That shit fight. Big up to Miss Sincere, a valuable supporter to the community. Yeah, hit me up. I dropped a message in your inbox, Miss Sincere. Hit me up. Got a question for you. But go ahead.
So hold up, y'all fill me in. I've never heard what y'all saying.
I'm not,
right
man. This is okay.
All right.
Cali, go ahead.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, I heard that shit.
It was the dude Yodi Jones, who from Queens, but his parents are from Jamaica, right? His family's from Jamaica. He was claiming that, most like 99% of Jamaicans, all the black Jamaicans are Arawaks, right? Making the claim that Florida and all that, Florida and the Caribbean. Or all one at one point. Just a whole bunch of nonsense. Just so sick of this crap. I just don't even argue with people about this anymore because they're just stupid. There's no evidence to support any of the claims of black people being in the Americas prior Columbian contact whatsoever, man. Actually, the genetics actually support the historical documentation of the transatlantic slave trade and where we come from. The Africanism is still there. It's just absolutely insane. But when you argue with people who want to live in fantasy land and who want to tell you that we descend from Atlantis, right? We just it's nonsense. I'm just tired of those conversations. Atlantis, though, for real? Yeah, Atlantis. But the funny thing is, there's still white people claiming that they come from Atlantis. So it doesn't surprise me that black people would leech onto that too.
Man.
I think we just got to get better.
Most of them narratives come from European people.
I think we
always following somebody else, man. What the heck?
We always following the European, and you know why that is, Joe? Because the one thing, and this is something that we talked about when I was in college, we haven't ever developed the African philosophy. No, we have. But most of us haven't been taught the African or African American philosophy, psychology. So the only way we look at these things is from the European philosophy, because that's what we've been steeped in, their philosophy and psychology and their way of thinking. So their things will always be what? Better than ours. Mm-hmm. It's that pure versus evil, dark versus light. Africa didn't have nothing, so who did? The Greeks, the Romans, the Jews, those people. Since they had something, and we don't know what Africa had because we ain't studied it, then we're going to go with the dominant culture. And the dominant culture is going to create our narratives of history.
So you're saying our ignorance of our pastime is part of our downfall. Is that what you're telling me?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You ever listen to like pseudo-Europeans state that Africa never had nothing? I've heard Ben Shapiro state it. I've heard Lincoln state it, right? You heard these different leaders mention these things that Africa never had anything. It wasn't until they came in contact with Europeans
that Europeans
how to be civilized, right? So Europeans, Africa, before Europeans came in contact with Africans, they were living in the jungle with bones in their noses and swinging from trees. This is
waiting for the white man.
Yep.
You remember I said this statement a few years back. When the white man came to Africa, the African was sitting there under the tree waiting for the white man. The white man had the African had the land. The white man had the Bible. When they left, that white man had the land. The African had the Bible. They switched it.
Yeah,
they switched it.
Kind of messed it up a little bit. It was.
Oh, I did. Well, the African had the land. The white man had the Bible. I messed it up.
Like, sound good to me. We ain't messing up.
I mean, it's not totally off though. I mean,
no, but it ain't.
It's very, very Christian right now, right? It
is. You listen, man. Yeah, you there, yo, but you know what I'm saying? Like you having fun with that one. But I get
the white man got the land.
Here's one thing I know. Here's one thing I know.
What's that?
Once you start becoming scientifically literate, you start embracing science. Once you start embracing that, and you start embracing history, like a lot of the stuff we talking about, man, it just vaporizes. It has almost vaporized my religion. You know how powerful that is.
Almost vaporized. Don't let it do it. Keep it. So no, all right.
That's how. But I'm just saying. That's the power in having proper knowledge. Like it's going to free you from a lot of things that hold you captive. That's all I'm saying.
So wouldn't you think I always felt like that being scientifically literate allows you to see the world for what it is. Okay? And being able to see the world for what it is, it allows you to recognize humanity for what it really is. Right? That the power that exists is the power in you. And that the cosmos is far more powerful than you, the earth itself. 4 of us on this panel is far more powerful than me just being on the panel. Right? It's the interconnectedness that draws us all together, that we are greater together. Like just the whole world itself, the whole is all interconnected. Ain't that what everybody trying to get back to in the first place? Think about it. Exactly. Itself, right? But ain't the earth bigger than you?
The earth is when you break it down to even a smaller level, right? You start talking about ecology. You have
say it in the back. Say it in the back.
Oh, I got him.
Oh shit.
Got you. Go ahead. I want to finish saying what y'all was saying.
No. When you start talking about ecology, right? And you start looking at it from an ecological standpoint, you tend to have like these let's say your local environment, you have different species of animal, different species of plant. They all work together. They're all interconnected. They all need each other to survive. Now, there are other species of animal that may play a slightly more important role in that in that ecological system, right? Because you have certain things like keystone species, but each species of animal and each species of plant will play a role.
What's that, Callie?
Animal that is. A keystone animal is something that is vital to that environment that makes that environment thrive.
Like if you go to the Congo right now, we have the gorilla, right? The gorilla is known as like a cedar animal. Like so they eat fruits and then the seeds
and the pollen,
right? Yep, and it helps pollinate. And that's how you get all the plantation, the vegetation out in the forest of the Congo. The same thing happens in over there
elephant. Like with the elephant is good for making paths and knocking down trees and stuff.
Is an intelligent comment. Let the man finish, man. God damn. Let him finish. We got
no, he was good. He pretty much finished it up, but that's basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. Like ecology is something I think that everybody should learn your local ecosystem. It's one of the reasons why environmentalists and what I'm trying to think about right now, climatologists, why they started to speak to indigenous populations of people in order to improve or protect the environment because they have a greater knowledge, in a lot of cases, 1,000 years of knowledge of their environment. So it's a way for them to try to prevent species of animal from going extinct, and also protect species of plant from going extinct as well, to try to preserve as much as they can.
Yeah. Chalimbe says beaver's a keystone species. When beavers
Chalimbe took that away from me. I was just going to mention that.
He took that away from you. So I know that the goddamn beavers create wetlands.
Yep.
Yes, they do.
Yep.
How important is that?
Keystone animal.
I like that.
Keystone animal. Yeah.
Like that.
Bees.
Now,
bees are keystone animals. Yep. Pollinization.
You want to add something to that, yo? To the keystone there?
I just,
hold on. Let me let Sabio get that in, then you can go. We got Kyle. Big up both y'all too. Go ahead, Sabio.
No, I was just saying that, like he was saying when I mentioned the elephant. The elephant would be considered a keystone animal to the savannas and the plains of Africa. Why? Because they're good for making paths and allowing and clearing forests and things like that. So they would knock down old trees and things like that, and that'll allow that degradation from the trees and stuff to replenish and all that once they break down and go into the soil, from the dry season to the wet season.
So you see how y'all adding in the fillers to my broad statement of interconnectedness. Y'all actually putting in the pieces. You see that, right? Deep. Go ahead, Cedric. What's good? How you doing?
I'm gonna add right in. And we see now actions that were taken in the past are actually being reversed by the reintroduction of what we considered nuisance species like wolves, and so because they balance out the ecology.
Yellowstone Park.
Yeah, we see other prey animals returning. With the return of prey animal, we see natural vegetation and the environment starting to come back. So the holistic approach in scientific components, like you were saying, all interconnectedness. So we're understanding the devastating impact we had before, like hunting out the wolves or devastating the buffalo, and we're starting to reverse some of those actions because we understand how important ecology is in our survival.
Craziest thing is that man Charles Darwin recognized that early in the game. It keeps giving. Right. And oh, by the way, when you thinking those wolves is hunting those big moose and all that, they really not.
Nope.
Those wolves hunt them little small animals. When they need to, they go get themselves one of them big game. But for real, yo, they eat the smaller animals. They didn't even know that till they started really studying wolves. They hadn't even really studied wolves for real. But go ahead, Kyle. What's good, man? What it do, man?
Yo, what's going on with y'all?
How you doing, brother? You see the title, man, Conversation with Intelligence, African Americans and the Stumbling Blocks. With a real hand up. So, what's up? What's on your mind?
I don't know, man. I think this could be my personal testimony, but I believe that the one of the major stumbling blocks that I experienced has been I guess basically you were talking about power earlier, about white supremacy and stuff like that, and a lot of times what I've noticed, I'm trying to understand it on a bigger scale, is that a lot of people are fighting for some type of power in the world, some type of feeling of some type of satisfaction in this world. And when we live in a society which is it's a white Christian society, so like white Christian nationalism is the peak of the culture of America, right? And I think we can agree to that, well, most of us, right? And so when we're chasing power in a system, when we're being systematically oppressed by forces like that, with mythical sources, the high levels of ridiculous spirituality, so we dive into these things like Atlantis. Like people from Atlanta really think they're from Atlantis now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a real thing, right? And like Hebrew Israelites and these cults and different religions, NOI, stuff like that. We're seeking in this world some type of power in a system that strips all the power away from us. Now, when once we understand that that is the environment, now we got to dive into, okay, how are we now interacting with that environment? And what we're doing, we're diving so deeply into these mystery systems, shrouded and completely covered with mythology and phony tales and anti-science, you know what I'm saying? Because those systems, if you are scientifically literate, you would not be in those systems. You know what I'm saying? And so it requires your ignorance at a high level. Now you don't even know you being ignorant, and so you dive into these systems to try to understand things and get power to fight against white supremacy. And I really feel like that's one of the main stumbling blocks that we have as African American people, is that we're fighting and we don't understand the weapons to fight the appropriate war against a white, the power of white supremacy, or the system of white supremacy in America, and we're trying to grab onto anything that makes us feel powerful inside. And that kind of takes us away from academia, because we don't necessarily have a stakeholder in academia. It's expensive, it takes time, it takes effort, and the shit just ain't easy. But it's real easy to say and believe, I am somebody, right? I am a Hebrew Israelite, or I am a Moor, or I am an Ethiopian, or whatever. That's the easiest thing you can do, is just make a claim. And so like the systems that we're kind of wrapping ourselves around don't require anything from us. And so it makes it difficult for us to develop intellectually.
So let me ask you, so what's the stumbling block then? What are you identifying as the stumbling block in that, and all of what you said?
The religion, the spirituality, our propensity and our desire to be highly immersed in some type of spiritual system.
So, okay, big up the brother Lau. Big up the brother Lau. So
can I surmise choosing the path of less resistance for inclusion?
Oh, go ahead.
Is that pretty much what you're saying, Kyle? Choosing the path of less resistance for inclusion as in relation to power?
Yeah, I would say choosing the path, and it kind of ties into everything that everybody was saying. So you got choosing the path of less resistance, which is not fighting against white supremacy through Christianity or religion, but it's also tied back to if you had your own system, like Savio was saying, that you could attach to, connect with, that could also give you some shred of power, but it still puts you back in not their system of white supremacy ignorance. It puts you in an African ignorance.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. I really do.
Yeah, I'm trying to say I can't get my words together right now today, but I think you follow.
That was good.
This is the dominant culture, which is right wing conservative Christian, right? And to get to that power, we assimilate in the worst of ways. We go head into the easiest component. Choosing the scientific route is expensive, it's long, it takes time. So the easiest way is to dive head into the spirituality.
Yeah, you put the nail on the head just then. Yeah, that's
so Kyle, because what you've been saying is what I've been saying. But I think what you're basically it sounds to me what you're saying underneath everything that you said, or in everything that you said, with everything that you said, is that some of us have unknowingly adopted white supremacist talking points and are trying to use white supremacist talking points to dismantle white supremacy. How is that gonna work? Make it make sense.
Let me say this though. Okay, so we know that a religious person can also be scientifically literate. So I'm me personally, I wouldn't argue that. Hell, it was the Catholic Church that did the early and continue to finance science. They definitely was the finances in early science, right? Point blank, no doubt about it. And if you said something they didn't like, they just put your ass on house arrest. All right. So it's an interesting dynamic, an interesting interplay between religion and science. And we had asked a question in the Discord about detection agency, right? Let me see if I can find something right here. I had it, man. And hold on, evolutionary biology. Shit. Where is man? See, I know I can pull it up. I put it in the daggone server. 1 second. Evolution. No. So, our brain has evolved to have very, very sensitive detection agency, right? And those who detected things more quicker and faster and sharper were those who lived to pass those particular genes on to the next generation to give rise again to valuable offspring, right? So it's about giving rise to valuable offspring. A valuable offspring in the evolutionary theory is that which can reach the age of reproduction to pass on the genes.
Okay? Survivability is the idea.
Okay, and so being able to detect, so something and you jump, that shit's important. Now it might have been a daggone gnat, or it might have been a fly, it might have been a shadow that you thought crossed your face, but your ass jumped, right? Mm-hmm. When you start thinking the person is trying to kill you, you detecting something in their body language, right? That's all important. Mm-hmm. But the damn religions co-opt all that stuff right there. It just does, right? Yeah. So we're already spooked out.
Naturally, right? All of us.
Spooked out. You can't help it. Like
all of us.
You think we atheists. Some of us atheists, some of them not. But man, we get spooked out. Said it. I'll give you an example. Me and Spedgen come. I wonder what Unc doing. I wonder is Unc over there talking about you just start wondering. You know what I'm saying? Said it.
Oh, here's something, bang. You don't care what it is, you get scared because something is out to get you specifically.
You know the theory of the mind. I know what you're thinking. You know what I'm thinking. Everybody know they know what the other person thinking. The anticipation got to be there, yo. You got to be knowing that you about to punch me in my mouth so I can move out the way.
Yep.
You get it, right? You get all that, right?
The
the problem with those highly detection agency is that, man, it'll run you wild. Your girl will be mad at you thinking you cheating when you're not. You know what I'm saying? I heard a conversation with somebody else. Y'all ever seen Dave Chappelle when Keeping It Real goes wrong? There you go.
Yeah.
Look at that. The lady called the phone. The lady called the phone. This lady, the white lady called the black lady phone. She picked it up. Hello? And the phone disconnected. Right? She was like, I'm gonna find this number in the phone. She found it and called the lady back. The lady like, what? I don't know what you're talking. And the lady kept going. She thought it was somebody messing with her husband, something quick. Went all the way over to the lady's house, thought it was something, and ended up getting locked up. That shit was crazy, yo.
Yeah, follow your own imagination.
Yeah. And so back to what Kyle was talking about. African Americans, man, at times we don't have the full arsenal of tools to push down those detection agencies. Mm-hmm. The tool is scientific literacy, right? The stumbling block is the fact that we don't have that. That's why it's important for us to make scientific literacy palatable for African Americans. Joe, you talked about it earlier. The theme in young African Americans right now is that we Native Americans. That's the thing. That's what it was. When I was coming up, it was the what? It was the Nation of Islam. It was the Malachi York thing. It was the what? The Black Christian Nationalists, the Black Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? We went through all those stages, though. You know what I mean? A little twitch of the Native American thing was like the little flavoring. But now that's the thing right now. Oh, we wasn't enslaved, but we was always here. And I was like, yo, do you understand geography? Can you explain that? See, they're stumbling blocks.
You have to even think that. Like, there are fundamental flaws in your reasoning, in your data analysis, in history, and in simply how you gather your information. Mm-hmm. I always keep saying a religious mind, especially one entrenched, it like A lot of people are scientific and are cultural Christians, right? They know better. Like my dad, he's a cultural Christian. Y'all go to church. He's not going, but y'all go to church. Yes, he believes in God colloquially, but he's not into the Bible. It's just something he grew up with. He's perfectly scientifically literate, right? But when you get especially in these environments, the religious zealots, the science deniers, the creationists, there's a fundamental inability to reason coherently. Like if you are actually convinced that having faith means you can make it up and all I need to do is believe it. There's no need for evidence. All I need to do is believe it. You have a problem in engaging with reality. At a certain point, you're going to come in confrontation with yourself where your inability to reason beyond what you're seeing. We're seeing that when we argue with certain people, when we talk about third grade level of reading, etc. It's the stumbling block. They cannot reason beyond a certain point.
And I know you saw the last
But
question
I think that kind of
asked.
goes back to the beginning stages of our education as African Americans. Before I ever read a book, you know what I'm saying, we was remembering scriptures, you know what I'm saying? Like you go to church and you get in scripture. You go to church and you learn things and you say it and you understand it and you know it because that's what somebody told you to do. And in that particular system, it does not, and it actually teaches you not to verify or do any type of logical research or reason and stuff like that because those things take you away from those systems.
That's right.
When the individual grows up in that system, he has a higher propensity to fall victim to those type of things.
It forces you to add on to what
going crazy. But I was saying that they have a more propensity to fall victim to those things because that has been their upbringing, the cultural understanding, and then when they look around and you have positive reinforcement of the negative, which is anti-science or anti-intellect or whatever, based on the culture, and that culture is shrouded in white supremacy and racism, it makes it difficult for one to dive into those different fields without having that stumbling block, without having to work past that.
And you know what?
Hold on one sec. Man, I dropped that link in there, man. Go ahead and support that debate right there. Long time coming. Simple as that. We got a pseudo sophisticate. He's going to be testing your scientific literacy to the umpteenth degree. Right? It's two debate questions here. And it's based off of the video that Inky made. Was pangenesis the scientific portion of Charles Darwin's theory of evolution? Y'all say what? Question mark. Only a pseudo would say something like that. Did Darwin produce a scientific theory of evolution? Only a pseudo. You can't make this up. Well, I come out retirement for this one. Man, go ahead and support the endeavor, right? Support intelligent conversations. Support the debate. It's going to be my job to make these principles, these ideas, very, very simplified. We got to get better at simplifying it. We know there's a whole process to get to where we at, right? That's why we show empathy. Not unless you're a pseudo sophisticate and we know you scamming. We show no empathy. We chop the head off. God chopped his head off. Underestimation is a bitch. Make sure y'all hit the link. Support the debate. It's a pay-per-view, right? Like they say, man, if you ain't paying for it, if it's free, it ain't worth it. The free thing ain't always the best thing. Could be. But there's details that we're gonna need for this, man. We need y'all in the daggone building, and it's taking time. I don't think it's taking time on his life. I think he's just gonna dive in there and make up some shit. But I know for me to work on having a simplistic idea, right, on such a grand topic of evolution, that's the challenge. So I'm going against myself, actually. Not even worrying about him. He's gonna take you down a wild road somewhere. I don't know what road. The road gonna end the pseudo land, where you don't. When you know your boss is a racist and he give you the check and you don't cash the check, that's a racist. I'm not cashing that racist money. I'm not getting in that car. It was made by the racist Ford company. I'm not getting in that car. I'm not going to that hospital. It's a racist hospital. And then I'm not paying that rent to the racist. I'm not doing it. I'm going to live in the woods. Oh, man, with my family. Oh, my child is sick. I'm not taking him to the racist hospital to get the vet. I'm not doing none of that. But you're in the woods.
The combustion engine in the racist car doesn't work.
The pseudo world is real. Pseudo. In the real world, evolution is a scientific theory, and pangenesis is not part of that scientific theory, but it's still Charles Darwin's scientific work. I'm gonna say this again. Pangenesis is a scientific work, a scientific hypothesis, but it's not part of Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, no matter what they say.
No, it's not.
No matter what they say. So that's what it is, man. What's going on, Gella? No, I think who was talking? That was
me.
Go ahead. What's up?
Yeah. So what Kyle was saying is kind of what I guess he's starting to realize what I've been seeing, that the more prone you are to not accepting education and at any level, I mean, from elementary all the way through college, and the quicker you are to say that's the white man's science,
yeah,
you have already fell into the trap of the white man. You have already started pushing his agenda, which is anti-intellectualism, anti-science.
No, but what you're saying, right? Oh, go ahead and finish it. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. You good?
No, I was just saying though. I said this one was tied in. I'm talking about ecology. Ecology is tied into evolution, natural selection, right? So you can actually see. Matter of fact, I can actually explain to you. If you know what's going on with the Pacific Ocean right now, right? There's a issue dealing with the starfish, right? The starfish are important to the Pacific Ocean because the starfish keep the sea urchin population under control. Without starfish, the sea urchins consume heavy vegetation and destroy underwater forests. And so it is necessary if other species of plant are destroyed, then that also destroy the lives of other animals as well, which has a massive effect on the entire ecosystem.
Yeah, that's
Hey, Callie, you do karate or judo or something?
No, brother.
Nah, man, with you. I got a question. No, I got a point. Watch this. If pangenesis is pseudo, isn't Darwin pseudo?
Pangenesis isn't pseudo. It's an actual scientific hypothesis because it was falsifiable and it was proven simply wrong. And contrary to popular belief, more hypotheses are proven wrong than correct. People just have an idea how to explain something and then they go out and test it.
Yeah, pangenesis is not pseudo.
No, it's not.
I'll tell you when we get in the debate what it really did. I'm not going to disclose that right now. I'm going to hold my cards.
Yeah, hold that.
Even though I ain't got a whole shit. Oh, man. So it's not a pseudo idea.
Yeah, that's the title.
It's just a debunked scientific hypothesis, bro.
Right.
So,
say it's proven, right? It was
disproven.
Within the methodology of science, right? Because if we say debunk, it as if it was being promoted, and no, it was a hypothesis. It was tested because it's falsifiable, and it was proven false.
So
a beautiful example.
It was thrown out.
That worked.
Yeah, it was thrown out.
That's it.
Yeah, but it's only pseudo in the hands of Inky.
Yo, definitely, because he brought up a non sequitur, non-relevant a concept or discredit or a proven false hypothesis into the discussion to discredit a scientific theory.
Wow.
Well, that's the whole point, right? If you're trying to make something, or if you're trying to discredit, if you're trying to discredit something, you have to pinpoint something, and in a lot of cases that have nothing to do with the subject matter whatsoever. That's the point. You have to go out of your way to distract, disrupt, discredit, and to point everyone's eyes over here when their eyes should be pointed over here.
Yeah.
That's the whole objection of someone like Inky.
Yes, because
The diversion tactic.
Yeah, his disingenuousness puts him to use all the logical fallacies. He starts by trying to poison the well by discrediting Darwin as a person. Doing that, he tries to appeal to the audience's emotions, right? Because once you say racist in the Black community, we're sensitive about that, so they automatically shut down. Right, so he uses these false logical fallacies to engage with his audience. Then he goes to a completely non sequitur point, interjects it into the whole discussion again, only as an attempt to poison the well. Right, and he's so lost. Like, you can't do this anymore, bro. We know all these tactics. We can actually name the fallacious tactics.
Those do though. All pseudo do use the same tactic.
But you know what?
They can't pull out evidence on you. They can't use that.
No.
So,
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? If they're going to use that racist ideal or tactic, then how can they not say the white people that they're using have racist or racial ideologies?
Exactly. Because clearly he's a proponent of intelligent design. Now, isn't that what's his name, David Rowe?
That's
And
racism.
Michael Rowe.
That's white supremacy.
Completely discredited in a court of law. Isn't that a European?
Mm-hmm. Like, how can, it's like at some point the intellectualism and the scholarship has to step up and stop going down. It's like it's going lower and lower. It's like you don't have to have a valid source. As long as the source says something that you wanted to say, and you can make it sound slightly intelligent to somebody, then the Ottomans came to America.
Yeah, but, it's important to what you guys do over here. I just want to say shout out to the pseudo killers. Shout out to y'all, man. What y'all do over here is very important, especially trying to get people to be scientifically literate. It's important for people to understand evolution and natural selection. I mean, if you want to be able to understand the universe, or not just the universe, if you want to understand Earth, if you want to begin to understand the universe, you need to understand evolution and natural selection. There's no other way around it. I'm serious. There's no other way around it. That's going to be able to give you a floor to be able to gain a proper understanding of how the world works, and the role that we play in it, because we're really no better than any other species or any other species, period, right? Every species plays a role in this global system.
Yeah, human. The way we behave is predictable because we have a subject called psychology, because we're just like any other animal with predictive behaviors, right? I often say humans behave very parasitic in regards to our environment. We do just like other parasites. We take, suck out an environment until we leave it completely desolate. Like, that is parasitic behavior. Understanding that with our human intelligence, we can curb certain behaviors. And we are actually seeing, to some degree, we are doing that, right? Like when we're talking about preserving ecology, reintroducing species, etc. This is all based on our parasitic behavior, right? As human.
It's a fact.
Yeah. Hey, I'm willing to bet $1,000. I'll pull up like a 17-minute video on kings and generals on why the Ottomans didn't come to the Americas, and that whole shit'll be thrown out.
Well, you know, he's definitely welcome to get on the panel.
I'm willing to bet him $1,000 right now.
Well, he's welcome to get on the panel, man. If you want to
you willing to bet that 1,000? Yodi?
Yeah, they ain't even need. They ain't need to. They already have access to the East. That's the whole reason why Spain and Portuguese went you know what I'm saying, went west, because they were looking
came
for
to the Americas,
new route
right?
to the East. Yeah.
Right.
That goes back to that point that Kali Enigma was making. If you do not understand evolution, if you're not grounded in that, anthropology out the window, archaeology out the window, understanding human sciences falls apart, right? If we're having all kinds of discussion about haplogroups and these type of things, and people still have a fundamental misunderstanding of how evolution work in population, how you're subject to your environment, how environmental pressures have effect on the outcome of the species. Like these.
Whoa! Hey, Cedric, listen. Don't say too much. But you know what you just said, right?
You gave a lot away.
Yeah, you gave a lot away, and it's funny as shit. Because watch this. If evolution wasn't real, then how would you even know none of this shit you're talking about? And I'm gonna end it right there, yo.
Conversation over.
Like you know what I'm saying? So I'm like Cedric. Come on, yo. I'm not sitting up there. I'm not. Do y'all know this is good? This is a great topic, man. To actually teach, man, and have conversations, because then we're gonna go through the sources after the debate, right? Win, lose, or draw. Like they say, I ain't never beat a debate yet. The earth is definitely flat. Evolution, sure enough, got debunked because Pangenesis got debunked. You know what I'm saying? And religion did more for us than science and technology. I lost all remember? So yeah, we got Mr. Jones on. Mr. Jones, welcome to the pseudo killers and the community skeptics. This environment is fraught with intelligence. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate, big brother. I appreciate you having me on again.
Well, you was on Sean.
Chat piece to the panel.
This your first time being on this. This your first time being on here. So I'm gonna make sure.
Yeah, my bad. Not on here.
Hey, can I give you a disclaimer?
No, you can't. No, you don't. Just follow my lead.
Damn, Anki crazy.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna try to pre-warn you.
Savior, do like me, mute your mic. When you see me mute my mic, you mute your mic.
Yeah. So we want to make sure we appreciate your presence on here. We just disagree with your outright pseudoisms.
Yeah, likewise. Like I said, I respect everybody's scholarship, intelligence. I'm not here to,
the poor city.
Put down anybody's IQ levels or nothing like that. I'm just here to share some information that I've gathered on my own.
Yeah, I might put your IQ level. I'm trying to get better.
Me too. It's a struggle. It's a struggle.
I do not know how appropriate that comment is at this moment. I appreciate you saying that. You have no idea, but I appreciate it.
Hey, yeah, that's why I don't got to.
I'm trying to be cordial and graceful, man.
Nah, listen, but I don't got. What I'm saying is, as a black man and as a human being, yo, I have nothing against you. Let's get that straight. No matter.
No. I've been through that. No.
Yeah.
Man, listen, man. It's none of that, man. We grown men. We having grown men conversations. It's nothing. It's no beef at all whatsoever.
Nah, I'm not never beefing with you like that, yo. We might internet beef on the pseudoisms but in real life, when I see we'll laugh like a motherfucker, yo. It should be funny. So what is your take on Muslims being in America prior to Christopher Columbus?
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's part of my research I've been doing over a couple years now, and I've discovered a couple scholars that's talked about this situation. So again, I'm not making this up. I'm just sharing information that I've gathered myself.
Was they white? Let's do that.
Yeah, they were white.
Okay, so we do agree in this conversation we can use white people.
Oh, right? I never said we couldn't. You brought that up. You brought that up in our last conversation. I never said that. That was part of your gaslighting, remember?
Yeah, I ain't gonna be Captain Gaslight over here. I'm Captain. I'm gaslighting today. All right, maybe I might not.
Yeah. So it's just like information that I gathered that I don't think a lot of people obviously heard about. You know what I mean? These scholars that talked about, because you remember you was telling me the other day, like, listen, to step up your scientific IQ, right? You have to look at both sides of arguments, right? For conversation. Remember you was telling me that, big bro?
Yeah, you gotta look. Yeah, we look at the whole thing.
All right. So right now, that's what we doing. You have one side. I'm bringing another side. That's all we doing right now.
Almost.
Brother, can I interject one point?
Yes, sir.
Hold on, Cedric. Did you catch this conversation we had yesterday, Cedric?
No.
I'm responding based off our conversation.
No,
I did.
but
Hold on. All right, I'm gonna let you get in. I'm gonna just make this one point.
So,
what I'm saying is, the way I wanted to say it was we should never have confirmation bias, right? Meaning we look up something, because it go with what we're saying, right? That's called confirmation bias. And pseudoisms lead with their confirmation bias because I was one. I was a high level one, right? And didn't even know it and thought I was giving people they supposed to have. And so there's actually not both sides of that conversation. There's a pseudo side, right? And a historical scholarly side. But go ahead, Cedric. That's all I wanted to say to you, Mr. Jones.
I got you.
I appreciate you cutting me off because you allow me a great segue. You mentioned scholars, and in a conversation like this, you would then actually state scholar's name, what type of scholar is it, in which field, etc. So we can have a basis to vet and understand and actually vet the information that is being provided. Because if you tell me you're getting this from Arabian an Arabian Muslim historian, then we're going to start raising question marks. So it's like that. It allows us to vet your sources in real time.
Yo,
can we allow him to tell us what it is? He's gleaned from this information?
Go ahead, yo. You right. We was already losing our minds already.
I got you. I'm gonna state my premise for the
state your premise. So all right, let's do this. I wanna try something. Let you state your premise, right? How many people do you got? How many people are you gonna? First of all, your subject matter is the Muslims was in America before the Christians, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then what we're gonna do, we're gonna do like we do everything. We're gonna take the scholars that you have, right? Okay, and then we're gonna check the scholars. We're gonna start right there. So that's ahead.
Perfect.
Let's do that. I think that's gonna be good for us right here. All right. So go ahead, tell your story. Who's your first scholar? I'm gonna write it down. I want to kind of get the name right, spell.
Okay, I got you.
Get his real name. Get his name.
My first scholar that deals with that topic is Anatoly Fomenko.
Spell it.
His first name is Anatoly. His last name is Fomenko.
Okay, Anatoly Fomenko.
Right.
Okay. All right.
The next scholar we're gonna look at is I'm gonna have to spell his name. I think he's a French.
Let me push the button.
I think he's a French dude. Give me a second.
All right, hold on. All right. Okay, got you. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. What's the next guy? Let me get the next guy because I'm already
the next guy. The next dude is Andrew Marful Pujadas.
Andrew, spell it.
ANDREUMARFULL.
ARFULL.
Yeah, that's the middle name, and then the last name is Pujadas. PUJADAS.
All right. Okay.
The third.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. What's the next person? Go ahead.
And this last person on this topic is Enric Gulo. His first name is ENRIC. His last name is GUILLOT.
GU what?
GUILLOT.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Those them three scholars we could focus on right now.
All right. So we want to focus on that. Okay. All right. We got you.
And I got remember the book I showed you the other day?
Yeah. Don't worry about that. We're gonna take the step. I want to show you how we do it around here. That way you can kind of get something out of it. And I don't think it's always fair to well, fair is where they sell goddamn pigs at.
well, that's the book I'm gonna focus on.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Whenever you ready.
So we right here now. I want to do this first.
Yeah.
I knew about flamenco for a long time. I learned about flamenco in like 1999. Most Russian historians consider him a pseudoscientist.
I want to.
Okay, we're gonna prove that. A lot of people say a lot of things.
Okay, so
you're going too fast. You're going too fast, yo.
You can pull him up on the screen if you want, but
no. We want to take our time. Taking our time.
Yo, flamenco. Yo, he was crazy.
Wait a minute. We almost got the dope on him, yo. Hold on, bro. You know how we do. We're gonna get it right. Okay. All right. That's how we're gonna do this. So, all right. I think what we want to do is we want to deal with their expertise. All right.
He was a mathematician.
So that's So hold on. The first guy. Let's deal with the first guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, the first guy is we mentioned. Hold on, we're gonna go each person first. But we ain't gonna get all wild out. I think it's important. Hold on. All right, bet got that. I got it all lined up. So I want to deal with the first person.
No problem.
All right, and your first person did you mention was Antonio Flamenco? Am I correct?
Anatoly Flamenco.
So he's a mathematician.
Yeah.
And he's the creator of new chronology claims.
Yeah.
Ancient civilizations are medieval fabrications, right? Timelines were duplicated initially. Okay. Methods. Okay. Statistical texts analyze eclipse.
He's also an astrologer. He studied the movements of stars, celestial bodies. So
but he's not that. That's not what they're saying.
No, he does. That's what he does, though.
Yeah, okay, that ain't gonna help him in this conversation.
You could read on it. Not my fault. I ain't mean to cut you off.
No, that's fine. But I'm saying what the skill set he's gonna need he's gonna have to have a background like a historian. That it's germane to the conversation. It's essential.
Okay.
Right? You get what I'm saying?
I dig exactly what you said.
You get it? But why is that important? Right? Because now there's a study in being a historian. There's a way of doing business, right? That they're experts at what they do. It's certain things they wouldn't allow in, right? And so we can agree he's a mathematician. Like you said, he studied the stars. So anybody else want to add to that? So that's my critique first on that first person. That this person is talking about shit he don't know nothing about.
So
that's like hold on. That's like me when I talk about evolution. I'm not an expert in that, and so I should rely heavy on the experts in the field. And if I don't, you should question the hell out of my motherfucking ass. You get my point? So I want to use myself as a critique. Y'all hear me saying it? I'm not an expert in evolution. I'm just not. I don't have a degree in evolution, but do I understand it? Can I talk about it? Can I teach it to the layman? Of course I can. But that would mean that I rely on experts, not on what I'm saying. You get that? And so this guy you talking about, he's not an expert in the field, but yet he's writing his own treatise on history. So that's my critique. So I would eliminate him from what I would be doing. Meaning taking him and giving it to the general public, that's a red flag. I want you to know, that's a red flag for a non-expert to overturn the field and said subject of history. That's the biggest red flag. I just want to put that though. That's all.
On his wiki page, it says Flamenco is one of the authors of a concept that manipulates historical chronology called new chronology. Flamenco claims that he has discovered new empirical statistical methods and their application to determine that many historical events do not correspond with the dates on which they are supposed to have occurred. He asserts from this that all of ancient history, including the history of Greece, Rome, and Egypt, is merely a reflection of events that occurred in the Middle Ages, and that all of Chinese and Arab history are fabrications of 17th and 18th century Jesuits.
Okay.
He also claims that Jesus lived in the 12th century AD and was crucified on Joshua's Hill, and that the Trojan War and the Crusades were the same historical event, and that Genghis Khan and the Mongols were actually Russians, that the lands of the West of the 13 colonies that now constitute the American West and Middle West were a far eastern part of Siberian American Empire prior to its disintegration in 1775, and many other claims that contradict conventional historiography.
So I think what you need to know, I want to finish this today, Balskin. What I think you should know is that it's dating methods. Okay. Stratigraphy, we talked about that yesterday.
Stratigraphy.
Wait, did you say that better? I don't think you said that better.
Yes, stratigraphy, yeah.
That's the proper way to say that?
Yes, sir.
Stratigraphy. Okay. All right. We kind of talked about that yesterday. Remember?
The different stratas.
So he kind of ignored. He kind of ignores that, or he denies that, right? And I think that's why you always talk about the carbon dating and all that. Am I correct? Why you denounce carbon dating and stuff like that, right? I think that's the reason why you kind of deny that, right? Am I wrong? Am I messing that up on my Mr. Jones, or do I got that right?
I'm just waiting for y'all to finish, but I disagree with a lot of things you just said just now.
Okay, all right. Well,
I have one observation.
And the other brother gave that I disagree with him too.
That's out of the encyclopedia, but go ahead.
Tavio, what is his time frame? When did he live? The same individual. When did he live, Flamenco?
You asking me?
What's his birth date? Yeah.
He's still alive.
Okay.
March 13th. He was born March 13th, 1945. And yeah, he's still alive.
So he's actually engaging in what we call downright pseudoscience. The fact that none of his work is published, this is in his book, and you can put anything in a book and get it in.
Let me interject. He said none of his books is published. What are you talking about? He has many books. What do you mean?
No,
exactly what I said.
You could write a book.
Yeah, the book is okay. So just for this, when we dealing with Scott, like the book is the last line. I mean, that's not the strongest evidence when a person writes a book. I just want you to know that. On this,
no, I understand that, but he just said none of his books were published. What does that mean?
No, he didn't mean
he doesn't have any scientific work. He doesn't have any published work. He can publish books, but that doesn't mean your work is
I'm sorry, he does have published books. I'm confused what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness, this man don't know the difference between a published work and a published book.
Hey, Savio, that's not what we're doing. Remember? So we can't do it because I don't think he doesn't. When I first heard a published book, I would say the same thing he was saying. You get that? We would all finish that. You mean that man didn't write a book? He is published. What the hell y'all niggas talking about?
No. What I'm saying.
No, hold on a second. You get my point, right?
Yeah, I get your point.
I get you.
What the hell are you talking about, Cedric? That man got a book and is published. Go ahead and talk. Tell me what you mean.
Yes, he has a book, right? But when
is it published?
Yes, you publish books. That's how a book gets published. But what I'm talking about is scientific work. You publish your data, your analysis in journal. It gets peer reviewed, and that is the kind of material that you bring to a conversation like this, especially if you want to overturn the modern historical.
May I interject?
No.
If you
hold
just
on, don't, not yet. I want to add on to him, and then I'm gonna let you get in. I would say it a little bit different, Cedric. I would say, one, his work is self-published, meaning ain't nobody checked the damn checker, ain't nobody checked what the hell he was writing. It's self-published. He just published it, so that's real weak in the world of books, right? Normally, when you go through a certain standard of publishers, right, they just not gonna let you publish anything under their name. So like Harvard Press and all that, they not gonna let you publish a pseudo work under their name, right? That's gonna get checked out. So one, he's not in this subject, and two, he's self-published, which is the weakest of all books. But go ahead, Jones.
Yeah, okay. I just want can I read this one?
No, did you catch that? What we saying? Because right now we show. What
was the question? What was the question?
Yeah, catch on. Don't fade out trying to beat us up. Looking at shit. Listen.
No.
So
I'm listening to you. I'm trying to get
it. So when Cedric is talking about it, there's a thing called an academic standard. And self-published works is at the low end of that. Right? Do you get that point though? That's important.
I get what you're saying, but that's not what he did.
You can't say but. Listen, you can't say but. You know why you can't say but? Because he did self-publish it.
Trying to overturn the modern consent.
We didn't get a hold on. He said, "Don't go that far." I just want him to admit that the man he self-published his book. Can I get you to agree to that though? Because if you can't agree to that, we can't move forward in the conversation.
I disagree that he self-published books. You got to have a publishing company to self-publish a book. Somebody else got to publish your book for you. So what do you mean? That's what I'm asking for the explanation. You're not explaining that to me.
Can we at least hear what the guy? I'm still in the dark. I don't know what the guy said. What did he say?
I'm waiting for them to get these members 4 against 1.
No.
4 against 1. I'm silent, man. I'm trying to hear.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't do that, man. That's not a self against 1, man.
But if you allow me to answer your questions the best I can, like first of all, right? Anatoly Fomenko, yes, he's a mathematician, but he also has a 30-man research team for 30 years. You forgot about that part because they didn't tell you in Google. You have to read his articles and his books to find that out.
Yeah, I can't understand what you're saying. Hey, Joe, I could never go this way.
What did he say though?
If we gonna fight after that.
If you
gotta admit that the man self-publishes damn work, yo. If you can't admit that, yo, how can we ever have
Allow me to explain.
No. The Wikipedia article, everything says he self-publishes work, bro. Damn. You just say yeah.
Everything says he self-published.
Yeah, so you can't. I'm saying, yo, why would I have it? That's not an intelligent conversation, yo. We have reached a fork in the road, and I'm not willing to go past that. Joe, you might want to hear what you want to say. I don't want to hear none of that shit if he can't admit the one thing.
No, hold on. What did Joe say? You refuse to acquiesce to a faulty position?
Yeah,
to a faulty premise?
Sir, I can't admit that because look. Is one of his books, History, Fact, or Fiction, was published by Delamere Publishing. He doesn't own that. That's a whole nother publishing company that published his works. So when you say he's self-publishing, what do you mean?
Where's the scientific papers? Incredible peer review.
I'm going to tell you. He did a scientific paper on what's the name of it?
On Jesus being in the 12th century.
You asked me.
No, don't cut him off. Let's not do that.
You asked me what kind of publishing papers, scientific papers he published, right? I'm about to give you a couple right now. Right? Give me 5 seconds, right? You mentioned it right here, right? Mathematical statistics on the movements of the parameter D of the moon. He published papers on that. Let me get the right.
What's that got to do with Muslims coming to America, y'all?
Man, we can't even get to that part.
What we're doing now is to confirm if he's pseudo or not. We didn't even get into the book yet.
Non sequitur.
That's what we're doing right now. I'm trying to prove that he is a mathematical dude that studies time periods. The only time human beings can keep an accurate time is studying the movements of the sun and the moon through the constellation system. That's what he does. And that's how he tracks real history time periods to moon cycles.
No, that's not what he do, yo.
Yes, he does. Okay, that's not what he does. Okay.
Now he deals with mathematics, yo, concerns with properties of geometric objects, okay, that are perceived under continuous. I'm just telling you what he's doing, yo. Right? That's part of what he do.
That's part of what he did, like you said.
That's what he. All right, let's look at his education. Look. Hold on. Okay, he was born. Okay, he published his work known in science fiction, yo, Mystery of the Milky Way.
No, that's not true. In 1990, listen, in 1990, he published a work on methods of. Wait, let me.
1859.
I'm reading. I got his works in front of me right now.
We go from
his actual works. You're reading from a Google book. You're reading from Google, bro.
No, I'm going from 1859. I want to start off 1, 2, 3. Can we do that?
Yeah, go ahead. My fault.
Right. Okay. Published his first known science fiction story, The Mystery of the Milky Way, in 1959. Graduated from the Mechanics of Mathematics Department at Moscow State University in 1967. In 1969, he began studying differential geometry in the same department. In 1970, he defended his thesis, Classification of Total Geodesic Manifolds, Realizing Non-Trivial Cycles in Riemannian Homogeneous. What the hell is that? Space. In 1972, defended his doctoral thesis. Listen, bro, we not talking about none of that right now. That's not the conversation. You got to know that. We're not talking about his mathematical work. That ain't what this is about. Now, he goes on to say, now the part you want to talk about, right? It say he is the author of 180 scientific publications and 26 textbooks, right? Including monographs on mathematics, right? Type, okay? He's a specialist in geometry and topology. Okay, bro, we not arguing none of that. Yo, he type. He Trump type right there. No debate right there with me, bro. I'm not sitting up here arguing about none of that. He won the state prize of Russia Federation for Excellence in Mathematics. Yeah, let me see. He is a full member of the Russian Academy of Science. Yeah, hey, listen, bro, we not questioning none of that. No, we not. We not. So don't even mention that. Can we agree not to mention that? We don't want to talk about that.
So you're telling me not what to mention in my own argument, bro?
Yeah, I got you. Because you got to have something. Listen, his degree got to be in the subject we talking about, else it don't matter. Now you don't have
That's why I was trying to get y'all to let him get that out. What this man say?
I don't gotta let him get that out, though, Joe. Watch what I'm about to do, Joe. Listen. So we need to have parameters on the conversation because I can't run around with you like that. I need to have clear set guidelines so I don't argue and get frustrated and get crazy. So I'm just saying we don't want to hear about none of his mathematical work. He's super duper silent. He's not a pseudo on none of that.
Man, can I interject just now? His mathematical work is important to my argument. That's why.
Go ahead.
You gonna give me 5 seconds? I'm gonna give you the floor again.
No, go ahead.
Give me 5 seconds, right? Part of his mathematical work that you didn't know, he studied the movement of the moon through time, right? And he plotted and he figured out that there was something. You ever heard of Robert Newton? Dr. Robert Newton?
No, go ahead.
Okay, you don't know about him. Well, he studied Robert Newton's equations when it comes to movements of the sun and the moon through constellations, and it matches the eclipses. Now, when you look at historical books and context, how you think they mark time? or tell the time in a month of the year. They tell it through constellation movements, right? They don't say it's past 3 o'clock, 3:30. That's not how it was back then. They describe time through movements of the stars. So Fomenko studied this. This was his main study, like you mentioned before. What he did, he started this in 1973.
That's what he got. He got a new.
I'm gonna tell you why it's important. I'm gonna tell you why it's important, right? I'm gonna tell you why it's important. Because that's how he tracked history in time. That's how he knows. For example, one of his theories is everything we got in history only goes up to 1,000 years. We don't have no artifacts, nothing going past 1,000 years. History was made up. History was made up.
What?
Time periods is made up.
Oh.
Gregorian calendars was made up, fabricated. It's only one fluent time period. So I'm gonna let you continue because I really want to get into this, but yeah, I keep holding it up.
But what has this got to do with Muslims coming to America before?
We got to get there though, Joe.
I'm listening. Go ahead, bro. I'm listening.
How you gonna get there with? We only even got 1,000 years worth of history.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you how.
Joe, I was trying to save you, yo.
I'm gonna tell you how, Joe. You see, it's this whole thing about. If you remember what I was reading, you remember the Siberia America stuff. So that's how they was already here.
That's not true. The Bering Strait story has been proven false for a long time.
So they went east. They didn't come. So the Spaniards didn't come west. The Muslims went east.
What?
Anybody else?
Yeah.
No, I'm shutting up.
They went east. How? How did they go east?
You let him explain.
And where did they end up at? Where they end up at when they went east?
Where they are. Where they are. In those lands where they are. They weren't always over there. They didn't originate in the steppes of Central Asia, over there in Arabia and all that.
What's it got to do with America?
That was America. It was all Siberia. It was called Siberia America.
Oh, they had a Jack Sparrow's compass. Okay, I got you. No problem.
According to Fomenko.
So hold on. You said they went somewhere. They don't know where they were.
Siberia America.
Hold on. Everybody stop.
What you talking about?
Everybody stop.
I'll read it again.
Hey, Sabio, are you saying that they didn't know where they were? Is that the point you're making?
Show me where Fomenko said there was Siberia America, bro, right now. And bet you $1,000, bro. I got you.
I'm finna read it. I'm finna read it.
Hey.
Show me where you.
Here. I'm finna read it. Listen. He also claims that Jesus lived in the 12th century AD and was crucified on Joshua's Hill. That the Trojan War and the Crusades were the same historical event.
Yes, he did say that.
Hold on. I'm getting to the point. Let me get there. I'm getting there. I want you to listen. I'm going to read it all for you. I'm going to start over. Because I want you to understand hold on. I'm not going to say it. He also claims that Jesus lived in the 12th century AD and was crucified on Joshua's Hill, that the Trojan War and the Crusades were the same historical event, and that Genghis Khan and the Mongols were actually Russians, that the lands west of the 13 colonies that now constitute the American West and Middle West were a far eastern part of Siberian American Empire prior to its disintegration in 1775, and many other claims that contradict conventional historiography.
Hold on, so you read.
Would you go
that's Fomenko's words?
That's
Fomenko's words you reading?
That's Fomenko's words you reading? Can you bring up his Wikipedia page on the screen and go to it and go to historical revisionism, please?
No, that's Fomenko's words you just read?
Yes, this is Anatoly Fomenko. Can you please go to Anatoly Fomenko's Wikipedia page and go to historical revisionism?
Page. What's his quote? What are you talking about, bro? I'm my fault. I didn't mean to get loud. My bad.
Yeah. Calm down.
So
we good.
Yes. This is one of his claims.
Show me a quote.
This is one of his claims.
Hey, don't cut each other off, yo.
Flamenco did not say that. Wikipedia
This is
said
one of his claims. This is one of his
All right,
claims.
Sabio, let him go, Sabio, so we can hear what he's saying the claim was.
Listen,
What did he actually say?
My bad, man.
What did he actually say?
Hey, Sabio, we're not doing two people talking at one time.
I got you.
We're clearly scientifically literate in this conversation, so we got to show the most restraint. And I'm telling you, 'cause I'm really telling my damn self. You hear me?
Yeah, because I'm ready to spaz out. Containing himself.
But I appreciate you gentlemen coming through, yo. You get it? That's why I wanted to agree on the self-publishing thing, right? Because this man is self-published, not as scientific articles or as mathematical things. We just talking about on that shit he talking about is self-published, yo. Meaning it's not because
it's self-published. What you mean by self-published? Like publishing himself?
Yeah, it's not peer reviewed.
Oh, peer review. Okay, I got you.
Peers. You get it?
But that's not true because
okay. But keep going.
It's not true because he got critics. Critics wrote against. If critics wrote against him, they got to read his book first. So that's reading his book is peer reviewing. That's how they critique him.
Put the book in the thing, yo. It's a pseudo work. And before I even get to it, the real thing that pseudo is this thing right here that did not pass peer reviewed, yo. Is that Flamenco method, yo, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. This the part that is another red flag, bro.
Okay.
That new chronology. That's what the thing is, right? Chronology. Hold on. I told you. Hold on. We can do the scholarly assessment on it. What real empirical and statistical methods look like in history. We want to talk about that. We want to get right here. So his methods is definitely considered pseudoscience. The empirical, it's called empirical statistical methods. That's what we actually talked about.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. Mathematical statistics to compare the structure of historical chronologies.
Yes.
Pattern matching. Looking for, repetitions or parallels between historical accounts. Astronomical calculations to reinterpret recorded eclipses and celestial events. Now watch this. He argues that many historical events are duplicates of the same real event. Traditional chronology, AE, the Roman Empire, ancient Egypt, is often off by hundreds or thousands of years. Okay, now these ideas were presented in his book, Empirical Statistical Analysis of Native Material and its Application on Historical Dating. Okay, now why his methods are considered pseudoscientific? Although Flamenco uses mathematical language, watch this, his application of statistics to history is deeply flawed. Scholars and mathematicians have identified several issues, right? Here's the issues: transparent data and replication. Flamenco's method uses selective chronological sets. The problem, not reproducible, cherry picking. That's important, bro, in science. That the fact that you wrote that is dope, but now I'm supposed to be able to validate that. Not you, but me. Scientific standard. Valid model for historical processes. That's what we need. Now, Flamenco's method assumes duplication without independent evidence. So he does not have independent evidence. That's important. You have to have evidence outside of your evidence, independently of what the hell you talking about, right? Now, the problem is circular reasoning. Okay, now, scientific standard has what? Integration with archaeology and dating, right? That's the scientific standard. It must have integration with archaeology and dating. Now watch this. Now, Flamenco's method ignores, radiocarbon. Remember I said that earlier? Okay, so he ignores these different dating systems, right? Watch this. Now, it's incompatible with empirical evidence, meaning it doesn't stand. Now watch this. Scientific standard is peer review validation, self-published, out of scholarly debate, meaning that shit ain't even debated among scholars, and it's self-published, yo. Okay, it's not in scholarly debate. Now, Now, not accepted by historical or scientific community. So it's even outside of the scientific and historical community. It's something you've gravitated to. Now,
I'm
gonna finish this point. Mathematical rigor. That's the scientific standard. Uses the statistics out of context. Now, invalid conclusions from superficial text similarities, yo. So he's not doing what he really supposed to be doing, bro. That's why we would not accept that. Not because we don't like him, not because we think he a nut. Well, I think after this conversation, we might think that. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm saying that's not how that's supposed to work, and that's not how that's supposed to go down, bro.
I want you to re-emphasize one point, re-emphasize the fact that this is not even a discussion within academia.
Yeah, it's not that.
Like after that, like we hang out the gloves. Like we can have this conversation based on feelings and based on ideas, but within the realm of academia, it is not a discussion.
Yeah, it's not actually.
Facts. Right. And
I'd like to know how Yodi Jones got to this, and what attracted you to this guy's way of teaching. Like what drew you to this that made you feel like, you know, this was legit?
I wanted to push back on the first thing, but I'll answer your question, bro. Right.
What's the first thing?
Without what you just saying, that is just because you read one critic on somebody.
No, I
Hold
didn't.
on, wait.
Go ahead.
I'm just right.
Go ahead.
You gave one example of one critic, right?
Nope, I didn't. On the community side, I gave
community scholars. Okay, so now I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna let y'all talk, and I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna want to listen, right? But I'm gonna let y'all say, Google the scholars that agrees with flamenco. Do that for me. But go ahead, bro. What's the question you want me to ask you?
I wanted to know, like what was attractive to this teaching right here to you? What made you feel like this was something legit to listen to?
Okay, I got you. Remember what they was just talking about? What the critics was saying? What flamenco was saying? Like Jesus was born in the 12th century and not in BC era. And he gave because I read 4 of his books already. I got 4 books right now of flamenco and flamenco's work, right? So I'm pretty kind of like familiar with his ideology, right? The one that he said Jesus Christ was in the 12th century. That's what kind of drew me first to him. And I'm gonna give you a weird story. My fault. 2 seconds. How I got to Anatoly Fomenko, right? I think Savio said it was like, I don't think it was that long ago, but I seen an infomercial with his book, a late night infomercial. I'm talking about 2-3 in the morning.
He paid for it. Got you on the paid commercial.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, weird shit, right? But it wasn't. I didn't get the book then, right? I got to Flamenco about 6 or 7 years later, right? And it was the same book that came on that infomercial though. And I read his book. I got a couple more books. I read a couple, and every time I read a book, the more information I gathered and how he came up with it. And like I said, he had a 30-man team.
Nah, man. Listen.
Hold on. Why? Let me just say this. He had a 30-man team with different scholars in history that helped him with his research.
Do we got their names?
But what drew me to him was the Jesus Christ claim. But go ahead.
So you see this? This chart I was reading from. Can y'all see this, right?
I can.
You can't?
I can.
All right. So you got the scientific standard, Fomenko's method, and the problem, yo. Right? His data wasn't transparent data. Replication, they couldn't replicate it, bro. Now, if you think they lying, right? Misusing a dude or cheating them, you know what I'm saying? It said he uses selective chronological sets.
Chronicle sets.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and they say it's not there, yo. It's not reproduced. They can't reproduce the shit. It's cherry picked, bro.
Let me interject. They also said that he didn't address radiocarbon dating. He absolutely did. He addressed that.
No,
that shit is
he's
fake.
against
and he
radio.
He
said it's
addressed
fake.
why it's fake. So when you said the critics said that, they was wrong. That's what I'm saying. I just disagree with everything y'all saying right now, man. But I want to get into the info.
Believe in carbon radio dating, or he doesn't, whatever, doesn't mean that he accounts for it, that he uses that scientific methodology.
How is he going to use something he doesn't agree with?
Oh, he uses it. He uses it.
You're making my point. So you're going to negate actual dating techniques that
he didn't negate it. He actually studied it and proved that it was false. That's what he did.
No, he didn't. Because he would have overturned science. And he hasn't overturned science.
Yeah.
Science get overturned every day, bro.
If you're not
by him.
People thought the world was flat before they figured out it wasn't flat, bro. What are you talking about? Science get overturned every day, homie.
I said he would have overturned science had he proven that radiocarbon dating was fake.
He's not the only one that proved it. Plenty scholars prove it. That's what I'm saying. Pull up scholars.
It has flaws. It has flaws.
Freeze, everybody freeze.
If it has flaws, then it's erroneous, brother.
Hold on for a minute, bro. It don't got everything got flaws. Human beings are flawed. Hold on. Brother Lau, what is your question though? I get it and understand, as always. Peace and blessings to everyone. We don't know what the question was. What the hell was it? Does anybody know what Brother Lau question was?
No, didn't have a question.
You need to believe in mine like that, bro. We don't know what the hell you talking about. What question was that? I sure as hell wasn't looking at the damn chat, Brother Lau. What the hell is Brother Lau's question? Does anybody know?
No, I'm not in the chat.
Damn, Brother Lau. Nobody even. Come on, yo. Brother Lau,
I'm not seeing the chat, so I wouldn't know.
Acute to technology. I'm old school. I'm sorry, forgive me. Okay, that ain't it. I don't have a Cash App or Zelle, etc. Do I need to wait for someone to send some? Forgive me for that. What? Hey, Brother Lau, you gotta stop.
You might be puffing.
Can one of you older brothers answer the question?
Which question?
Yeah, what's the question, Brother Lau?
Of course, Brother.
Let me see. Hold on.
Oh, I found it.
Answer.
It's all the way up in it. It's all the way up.
Respectful. What?
It's all the way up. I found it. So how do you break down the difference between belief and faith without having any evidence to counteract deplorable situations which serve towards change and embodiment in brothers and sisters? I don't even what?
Yeah, Brother Lau, you got look.
What?
Yeah, bro. Difference between, but how do you break down? There's no difference between belief and faith. It's the same shit to me. Hold on. How do you break down the differences between belief and faith, comma, okay, without having any evidence? What to counteract?
To counteract
situations.
I can give them I can answer that, but it would have to be a Christian answer.
Embodiment in the brother. What? I don't understand it. Yeah, I don't understand that.
I can answer.
Go ahead, Joe. Yeah, I don't understand it.
So faith normally is used to like put emphasis on the concept of belief. You know, faith is like the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. You know, and so you really believe it, right? So when you really believe it, then it's faith, right? Belief can be either way. You know, like you can believe something, but then be a little wishy-washy on it. But when you have faith, you're really like you really believe it. Y'all follow what I'm saying? And faith doesn't need evidence.
You've convinced yourself of something of which you have no substantiation for. It's just like me. I have faith that I can fly. I'll never go on a roof and try it, but argue with me. I'll play every song in the book. I believe.
But then you don't have faith then. If you don't go jump off the roof, you don't have faith. You just have belief.
I got as much faith. I got as much faith in my belief as I can fly as you in your God. That's for sure.
Y'all serious right now?
Joe, stupid. He just body slammed him.
If you don't jump off the roof, you don't have to.
There you go. You just believe.
Just body slammed
I'm
him.
serious. Okay, hold up. Everybody stop. Hold up, Cedric, before you beat me up. I'm being serious, man.
That's how body
faith and
slam.
belief.
You power drive.
Okay, I'm going on me.
Believing in things unseen and belief. It's the same thing. Like, how is it not?
No. Okay, so look, I'm telling you, I'm giving you the Christian answer. Y'all just gotta hear me. It may not make sense, but this is how it works. Okay?
I understand what you're saying.
All right.
Because that's the Christian answer of the game.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
It makes sense from a Christian standpoint.
If
you don't jump off the roof, you don't really have faith.
So I believe God gonna save me when I jump off the roof.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you believe God is gonna. That's why you jump off the roof.
Every Christian
because you believe it.
So let me give you a historical.
Go to the hospital when he's sick. Each Christian takes a medication. None of them says God is gonna heal me and leave it at that.
No, not true. That's not true. Let me give y'all historical example. You remember the camp of this dude named Jim Jones. Everybody who had faith drank the juice. Everybody who believed
drank the Kool-Aid
did not drink the juice.
I didn't believe.
Faith is a word that they use. Hold on, Cedric. Wait a minute, Cedric. Hear me out. The faith is a word that's used to say action is shown in action. Belief shown in action is faith. Does it help? Does it help now?
So 99% of Christians have just as much faith as I do.
No, it's like this. So I know what you said. It basically goes back to the faith without works is dead. And if you have the faith of a mustard seed, that anything you're going to test, and your belief is going to be that strong. So that's the whole Christian worldview. So
continue to believe. Don't do nothing. You can't prove you're God. All you need is belief. I can't prove I can fly. All I need to do is convince myself that I can. I don't need to substantiate it. I don't need to quantify it. I don't need to prove that it's there. I just need to believe it. What's the difference?
You just need to believe.
What's the difference?
As soon as you got faith, Cedric, I'm going to tell you. As soon as you have faith, Cedric, you're going to go to the highest hill you got, and you're going to spread your wings, and you're going to go.
And you're going to fly.
Every hospital that is attributed to some religious character is a testament to that not being true. I'm going to stand on
that. Now, let me let you know, you're going to be flying with style. Like that dude on the Toy Story. You're going to be crash landing, but you're going to be flying.
I'm going to keep it at faith. I'm going to keep it at faith. No need to substantiate it. No need to prove it. All I need to do is believe it. Convince myself of it, and that's enough. It don't need evidence. That's my point. And tell me I'm wrong.
You're
that's
wrong.
It.
Yeah, you just a believer. You don't have no faith.
Wrong, bro.
Yeah, you just a believer. You ain't got no faith. But back to my man Yodi. Hey Yodi, I got a question for you though.
Yes, sir. Thank you, God.
So stop, Cedric. Cut it out, Cedric.
Hold on, let me say this. All right, I got it. So basically, we saying that belief can be rational or irrational, evidence-based or unfounded. That's belief. Faith implies commitment beyond what evidence can confirm. That's what y'all basically.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you. See, y'all know I be on my stuff, right?
I have faith that I can fly. Evidence can't confirm it.
I'm not fooling with you, Cedric. I got a question for you.
There's no evidence.
Cedric, stop.
Great. Hey,
Cedric, stop.
Hey Cedric, we gotta throw
Oh,
all the
man.
scientific and dictionaries away for these religious guys.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
throw
you
them
sure
away.
do.
You gotta throw them
You
away.
sure
You know
do.
what? You know what, Cedric? You know what I learned, yo? That you know how we talk about the flying spaghetti monster?
Or the teapot floating around
I'm down
Jupiter.
with the flying
What about the
spaghetti monster.
teapot
I'm down
floating
with
around
that.
Jupiter?
You can't say it ain't a flying spaghetti. You can't say it ain't a flying spaghetti monster. Just like you can say it ain't a flying Yahweh. Like why when it comes to that, we can't say it ain't that. You get it, right, yo?
Why we?
Y'all done moved this conversation. Y'all done moved the conversation.
Special pleaded.
Why I can't say there's a teapot floating around Jupiter?
Right, you should be able to say.
But you can. But you can. You can.
I
You
see.
can.
We got the real Inky in there. Hit that
Oh, we
link.
got Babylon and done too.
I got a question for Yodi though, man. I want to know why Yodi.
You beat me next.
Why is Jesus in the 12th century AD?
Why you ain't questioning that, yo? That's the most craziest shit ever, right?
That's a good question.
I want to know about
You gotta question that. That's the most ridiculous claim anywhere.
Like 3080, we would have
Question. I
actual
can answer that though.
substantiate.
Let him answer that, y'all.
There's a couple evidence for it. Like when you look at
there's evidence.
medieval, when you look at medieval paintings, right? And when they paint a lot of biblical characters in medieval paintings. Most of those paintings are in like medieval attire. They didn't paint them in like old school dress. Most of those paintings, like King David was dressed like a European king, like when they paint him in medieval times. And that's just one example.
Yeah, he got
right?
Inky.
This is good. This is so okay. Good. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I know I was cutting you off. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that's one reason. Another reason why they
the clothes and the paintings.
No, this is good, man. I'm glad I asked the question. Go ahead, Yodi.
Yeah. So when he was talking about Anatoly Fomenko was saying that Jesus wasn't in the BC era. He was in, I think he said 1050. He died 1053 AD.
Yeah, come on. Man.
Right. And so on and so forth. I got the book right here, but
you know that's you just say you understand that to be nuts.
No, hold up. But see, this is good because we can explain this. I don't know if he heard the first part of the show. Remember when me and you started off? I was like,
basically, not my fault, not to cut you off. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to add this before you talk. I'm gonna let you talk, but basically, I'm gonna sum it up like this. The whole Bible is about Roman history in the 12th. The Crusades was the Europeans coming to America, conquering America. That was the Crusades.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
To America?
Right? And I'm telling you, it's mad shit that was shocking. I was shocked at first too, my nigga.
I'm bleed. That's one of your followers. What's up, Inky?
That's just a couple examples that.
See, yo, I blame you, yo. See, because you throw all science and all that, and this is what
all right.
Yo,
no, sir. Let me hip Yodi to this, though. Let me hip Yodi to this. All right. Man, so you do know
Yodi, yo. I swear, we got Inky in the building. We got.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, then. Yodi, we'll talk again some other time, man.
Again, yo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Come back to
Listen,
Earth.
Yodi is trolling. Yodi is trolling. There's no way that the Bible could be written about things that's going on in the 12th century. That's the Bible. But here's what I'm saying. Everything that is in the physical world, just going back to what you and Cedric were saying earlier, everything in the physical world comes from things that we can't, comes from the world of the unseen. So when we talk about faith, especially the biblical narrative of faith is, based on the unseen, and the unseen being the source of the things that are seen.
Here we go again.
Yeah, but the
back down memory lane.
The reality of it is that just because you can't see it don't mean it ain't there. The proper instrumentation, humans see the things that they couldn't see before. Because remember, your eyes, your five senses aren't good tools in science. I just want to say that. Because you look at that table, you don't see nothing on that table. It could be somebody could have prepared some raw chicken right there, and they wiped it up. So they thought, right? You put some other food down there thinking it's clean, yo, and then you get the boop boop bop bop bop, and you messed up.
Right. So I'm just saying, you debunking Cedric, because Cedric was ridiculing Faith a few minutes ago.
No, it wasn't. Were you at Cedric? He wasn't really.
He always tries to put us against each other.
I don't know how that. Yeah, I'm confused. Only in his world.
And again, he's employing a category error. It's a bait and switch. When we are talking about unseen in terms of natural order, we understand at this point what atoms, and even go beyond that. We're starting to understand how quantum physics, the subatomic world, forms what we now experience as the atomic world. Now, when we're talking about the unseen, this is about claims of a supernatural nature, about explanations of things that exist outside of time and space. For example, God. Right. And therefore, we have no evidence, no way to substantiate these claims, no way to quantify them. They are simply made up. And there's where faith comes in. It requires me to believe Aristotle and his buddies and their concept of God, which puts God's outside of time and space. So again, this is a category fallacy, and it's a bait and switch, which you do every time. We understand how for example, cross-contamination happens because I can't see microscopic levels, but we understand with necessary tools and instruments, we can understand the micro world. So again, category fallacy, simple bait and switch.
Category fallacy. Can you do me a favor and define supernatural?
Who? Yo, I gotta stop. My fault. That's funny.
Outside of the natural order of things. So everything within space-time is
you ain't right, Sabio.
Everything within space-time is considered natural. So the subatomic world, quantum physics, spooky entanglement at a distance, this is all within the realm of the natural world. Supernatural world is something that you can make up whatever you want.
It's my imagination. Supernatural is my imagination.
Thank you very much.
So supernatural, as you guys define it, is imagination.
No. Supernatural is outside of natural. It's outside of nature. That's supernatural.
Can I ask a question?
No, don't act, man. You never ask a pseudo question, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. So we talking about supernatural. We're talking about supernatural things. At one time, the Greeks used to believe. And you could have been beheaded or killed if you did not think that Zeus was throwing lightning bolts from Mount Olympus. Do you believe that, Inky?
I'm sorry, ask me that again.
That's the first trick. Go ahead.
At one time,
I just said repeat the question.
One time,
can you repeat the question?
At one time, I'm going to do this slowly for you. The Greeks used to believe that Zeus sat on Mount Olympus and hurled lightning bolts. Mm-hmm. Do you believe that right now today?
No.
Game, set, match. You checkmated yourself. The supernatural don't exist. Quit playing with me.
Yo, I dropped the bomb.
Baby, you need to listen. Respectfully, you need to get like a tryouts or something. Like you need to have tryouts and let guys qualify to be on your team over here because that was crazy.
I think you mixing it up. I think we have. This is an open show. This is an open show, brother.
That was too easy, baby.
3 people, right? That's official.
Okay.
Right, and then you got people in the pseudo killer army, yo.
Okay, and so when he just asked me, do I believe that Zeus stole lightning bolts?
Right.
And I said no, and then he said, "Gotcha. We killed it right there. That was he made a point. Like he went crazy just now.
You gotta let me explain
supernatural stuff.
No, let me explain, Sabio. Why did you say that? Because I know it's a deep undercurrent in that.
Yes, it is. And he missed it. And he missed it.
And he missed it. I think I know I missed it.
So watch this.
Hold on.
So watch this.
Hold on. Don't say nothing. But Inky, this man right here, yo, he always like 3 floor clicks ahead of everybody. Now watch. Watch me. Now listen. Go ahead.
So the only reason I did that is because every civilization at one time had their beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
The Greeks was at one time had one of the biggest pantheons of gods, and Zeus was the god, the father of all the gods. That empire no longer exists.
Right.
We are following gods of empires. If you live in ancient Egypt, you will worship the Egyptian pantheon of gods.
Right.
In whatever area of Egypt you lived in.
Right.
But there will be one central family or character of gods.
Okay.
Mesopotamia, the same way.
Okay.
America, the same way. Gods
let me help you out.
Empires. So
I got you.
All you're talking about is the god of the empire or some made-up creator that you want to take outside of the Bible and make your own.
Okay, so here's
we're
what I'm saying.
following the God of
let
what?
me help you. Let me just
Christianity,
help you.
the empire that conquered the Americas.
Okay, but what I'm saying, here's what I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to get you to explain to us how that point that you made debunked some point that I was making. Like, can you provide some relevance for your commentary and then the celebration?
So basically, the relevance was if you don't believe in Zeus, there's no reason to believe in any other gods because all of them eventually dies when the empires that those gods live in dies. So Zeus is no longer relevant. The only gods that are relevant are who? Hindu, Islam, and Judaism.
What if the story is metaphorical?
If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
I mean, what I mean is, what if the group
supernatural, right? I want to make sure that's what we was talking about.
Yeah.
What supernatural was. I said supernatural is anything outside of nature.
Yeah.
That's supernatural.
And I clearly define what nature is. Everything within time, space time.
And I clearly define what's outside of nature, your imagination.
There you go. Thank you.
All right, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Are we just making up definitions or
definition? That's the definition.
No, we're not.
We're not making that up. Supernatural is outside of nature.
Can we hit can we hit some
And
share
nature-
screens? Can we
And
just show?
nature is everything within space time.
I know. Can you just show us that on the screen, Cedric? Could you just show us the definition of nature as what you just said? Like, can you show us a source for that?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, you did. I'm on my phone.
Let Cedric. Let's let Cedric
I'm on
show
my
us a source.
phone, Inky. I'm on my phone, Inky. Look it up, Inky. Look it up. Get back.
Yeah, don't say that on my side of town.
Hey, I know you live in a pseudo side of town.
Right,
Yeah, pseudo diets on his
You
soul.
give money back and shit. You work all week and say that man is racist. I'm gonna tear up the check. I'm not spending that money. No, but go ahead. What's your definition? I'll tell you what it is. Outside of nature.
No. I was just saying what Cedric had said was not. I couldn't find that. I don't even see where what you're saying is necessarily the clear definition.
Oh, that's
Supernatural. Supernatural now. Manifestations or events considered to be of supernatural origin, such as ghosts. A frightening manifestation of the supernatural. Adjective of a manifestation or event attributed to some force beyond scientific understanding or the laws of nature.
Yeah,
a supernatural.
Okay, just my imagination once again.
Hold on.
Running away with me.
Running away with you.
Hold on. Let's
beyond nature, yo, divine, above, beyond nature. Go ahead.
The brother just read the definition, and I just want to highlight a part of that definition because I think without the foolishness, that's the more important part of the definition. It says, what did it say about scientific understanding? What was that middle part you read in there?
I didn't put any of that in there. I'm gonna share my screen. That's how I'm gonna do it.
He said he read.
One
where,
second.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm right here. I'm gonna share my screen.
Attributed to some force of it's an adjective of a manifestation or event attributed to some force beyond scientific understanding or the laws of nature.
Right there. Beyond scientific understanding. That's the part that I wanted to get to. You see how Unc tried to jump to the etymology instead of the definition? Come on, Unc. That's not a good trick there, Unc. That's nasty work. Listen. So
can I wait a minute?
Hold on. Wait, can I finish talking before you jump in, Cedric?
Good.
You can ask me a question.
Okay, so beyond scientific understanding, right? So here's where the arrogance comes in, and every single generation makes these mistakes. We believe that everything we know is all there is to know, but discovery continues to go on and on and on.
And
so
everything
we have
going to be part of the natural world.
Everything
we discover is going to be part of the natural world.
You gotta let him finish though. Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is there's a time period where things are considered to be beyond the laws or the understanding of science until we explore, test, and figure things out. And then it becomes a part of the understanding after we, adjust the facts or whatever the case may be from the general consensus at the time, because science is different than math. Math has proofs. Science works on consensus. So
it works.
Listen, before somebody developed the airplane, the people that was saying that humans flying in the air was possible was considered to be crazy. Before somebody developed the radio, people saying that you could talk in one country and hear the person in another country was considered to be crazy. Then as we explored these things and we learned more about these things, now we consider them in 2025 regular rudimentary aspects of science. But there's a time period before these things is understood, before they're discovered, that they are outside the bounds of that time period's laws of science or understanding of science. So what I'm saying is in 2025 today, we just don't know the things that we don't know. There are plenty of things that right now are outside science's understanding. Like me and you got a debate coming up on evolution, right? But science, no matter how much data they've collected, science has not been able to show one viable experiment that proves that abiogenesis is correct. Science has not been able to show one time.
Come on, Cedric, don't do it, Cedric.
Science has not been able to show one experiment. Like Cedric want to jump in. Cedric, please jump in with a scientific paper that shows life coming from chemicals.
So hold on, let me read this. I would like to start right here. First of all, life is chemical, Inky. I thought you knew that. You're in trouble, bro. Life.
All right, bring that on the 25th.
Yep. No, that ain't the debate. I ain't gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring it right here. So I thought you knew it's called the chemical element chart. The element chart chemical.
Periodic table, you mean?
Element chart. Have you on the periodic? Same thing, brother.
No, it ain't.
Okay, so we're gonna come right here. This is my point, right? So we start off with supernatural.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Of or given by God. Divine, heavenly. Okay. Above or beyond nature, divine. From the Latin, super. All right. Natural. All right. So it's basically saying originally relations, etc. The notion is being beyond or exceeding the powers of the laws of nature, bro. So that's what it is. Association with ghosts. All right. So when we say supernatural, we saying you're going beyond, right, the quote unquote bounds of nature. Now watch this. Supernatural again. Definition. Supernatural phenomena or entities are those beyond the laws of nature. So when we say something is supernatural, we're saying it's beyond the laws of nature. Simple as that. Laws of nature. What are the laws of nature? Things that are natural, right? So when we come
look that up. Can you look up laws of what are the laws of nature?
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Hold on. Science is a systematic discipline that builds and look, organizes knowledge in the form of testable hypotheses and predictions about the universe. Simple as that. The universe is a natural place. All right, so we don't gotta fight over that. That's a non-fight over that subject. So the laws of nature and statements based on repeated experiments or observations that describe or predict a range of natural phenomenon.
That's exactly what I just said. That's exactly what I just said.
What you said? No, I'm gonna tell you what you said. Now here's what me listening to you for years allows me to be able to do this. Thank you. What you said was sometime in the future, right? We don't know everything. Of course we know that, right? We don't know everything. And he said, but then we discovered it. That's right. But the point is, when we do discover something, right, doesn't mean that all of a sudden it came from the supernatural. That means we just didn't understand what it was that we was looking for, and we didn't have the right tools or enough information on it, because it was always natural. It never was supernatural. That is the point. God lives in the realm of supernatural.
Okay,
it's untestable.
Can I respond to that real quick?
No, wait. You're gonna wait your turn. When you finish, let me know.
Now I'm finished. I just wanted to make that point. It's always going to be natural.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put the parameters on what natural is. Okay, in science, natural refers to anything existing in or produced by the physical universe, encompassing all elements and phenomena, whether they occur naturally without human intervention or are the product of human action within the physical laws of nature. It contrasts with the artificial or supernatural, prescribing things that are part of the observable material world governed by its inherent laws, like physical and biological processes. All that is natural.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? The laws of nature you just looked up is the laws of science, right? We just looked that up. The laws of nature, and it says, or the laws of science. So it's saying those are the same things. So if we go back to what I'm saying is there's a time period where things seem to be supernatural. And after we explore those things, then we learn about them, and then we bring them into our understanding, or the laws of men, the laws of science.
Yeah, never heard.
So like the brother, hold on.
No.
So like the brother said,
no.
You gotta relax, Cedric. I let you speak. You gotta relax, brother.
No, you relax, Inky, because you're not
going. You can't just cut me off and try to make what I'm saying what you want it to be. Listen.
So I'm gonna define the parameters.
Back to what the brother said earlier, right? The brother said earlier about Zeus throwing the thunderbolt. The brother said earlier the Zeus, like he said, Greek, they believed in Zeus. Right. And with the fall of the empire, you no longer believe in Zeus. So you no longer believe in lightning being thrown by Zeus. Right. And so what I'm saying is, first of all, Greece still exists. The Greek empire is still there technically. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, in that time period, because they had not done the scientific work yet. What? Zeus throwing thunderbolts or lightning was their supernatural explanation. Now, if we were to take a plane today, tomorrow to Greece, and we were to ask anybody in Greece, where does lightning come from? Nobody in Greece would say that it comes from Zeus throwing lightning bolts on top of Mount Olympus, because we have a plethora of information that we can reference that will provide us with the actual information. So we no longer have to deal with the supernatural aspect of it. We actually have the facts as we know them to be today.
So hold on for a minute. Hold on. So no, that's not, and we got him, Cedric. We got him right here. At no point was thunder and lightning supernatural. Just because humans don't understand a natural phenomenon doesn't automatically make it supernatural, or it came from the supernatural because now we know. That's not real. So that's the point I want to get you. I want everybody to understand.
I'm not making that claim.
Don't worry about it, Cedric. I got it. I don't want to confuse this. I want y'all.
I'm not making that claim. What I'm saying is the brother asked about Zeus. Zeus is a supernatural figure, a mythological figure.
No, it's not a supernatural figure.
Oh, okay. What would Zeus be considered to be in that time period?
Can I answer that?
No, and in that time period, Zeus lived on Mount Olympus. The Greek gods were lived on Earth, bro. They wasn't supernatural gods. They didn't worship supernatural gods. They was pantheists. They worship everything in nature. That's why they pantheists.
So you saying that the Greek people believe that?
Where does Zeus live?
That wait. I got you. I know where they're saying he lives.
No, where does he live? I'm asking you, where does he live?
He lives in fairy tale, if you ask me.
No, he lives on Mount Olympus.
Right, but I'm saying that in that time period, they thought those were gods. They didn't think that those was regular people.
It's not like Jesus and Yahweh. Yahweh and them are supernatural, whereas though, like the Egyptian deities and the Greek deities, they was natural deities. They lived in nature. Now, I'm not saying they real. What I'm saying is they're pantheists. A pantheist encompass everything in nature, not outside of nature, bro. That's simple to understand that. But what you're saying is, once we recognize what thunder and lightning is, right, then it's no longer supernatural. Thunder and lightning has never been part of the supernatural world. It's always been natural phenomenon.
No. We're talking about the source.
Understand it.
We're talking about the source. And what we're actually talking about, hold up, we're not talking about, for clarity, we're not talking about my theory. We're talking about your homeboy's theory. So just so we on the same page. As you're debunking this theory, just know you're debunking the army of the community of skeptics. So what I'm saying is yeah. He came up with this theory. So what I'm saying is there's a time period.
I hear you.
Where the source of these natural phenomena is not understood. Right. Therefore, based on the definitions we just read,
made that up. Yeah.
The definitions that we just read
don't make
the laws of science.
Does not make them supernatural.
Okay, so what laws of science did they have in Greek to explain lightning at that time period when they worshiped Zeus?
When was lightning not a natural phenomenon, Inky?
Yeah. That's not the question. I'm
asking that question.
That's all right. So I'll answer that as soon as Unc finishes with the question I just asked him.
So answer my question, Inky.
I will as soon as Unc is finished.
So if we want it to be supernatural,
Cedric, I'll answer as soon as Unc finishes answering the question I just asked him.
So for it to be supernatural, you would need to indicate a point in time when it was not natural. Go ahead.
Yeah, it never was a time.
Can you answer the question that I just asked you?
Go ahead, and then you'll answer that question. Go ahead, ask me the question again.
Okay. So what were the laws of science in Greek, in ancient Greece? What were the laws that described the creation of lightning, the scientific laws that described it at that time period?
They didn't have scientific laws yet. We're not in that. We're not in that progression. But what they called them atheists. They tried to explain a thunder and lightning by natural processes, but they didn't have it quite yet. But they knew it was a natural occurrence, right? They say they didn't happen with Zeus and the gods, yo. That's what the philosophers said.
Hold on. So wait a minute. You saying they knew it was a natural phenomenon? If they knew it was a natural phenomenon, why did they?
Not everybody. I'm just saying the Greek philosophers are a start on it. That's why they threw their ass out.
So why did they attribute it to Zeus if they knew it was a natural phenomenon?
No. You got two groups. You got the religious people, and then you got the Greek philosophers, right? And the Greek philosophers, some of them, not saying all of them, was trying to explain it by way of nature. That's all I'm saying. But back to your point. There was never a time where thundering and lightning was supernatural just because humans didn't know how it happened and where it came from. That doesn't make sense. It's not the default setting. That's all I'm saying.
Right. All right. So I think there's I think we missed something when we was reading the definition. So the definition said one of the definitions of supernatural was anything that's outside the laws of science.
No, laws of nature.
Okay, now pull back up the law. All right. Pull back up the laws of nature. If you pull back up the laws of nature, you'll see that the laws of nature
Can I
At
interject
which
real
point
fast?
in time was
If we pull,
lightning not a
Cedric,
natural
you gotta
phenomenon?
relax, champ. If you
You
pull
gotta
back
relax.
up,
Answer a simple
if you
question. Stop
pull
trying to
back
do
up
the
the
pimp math.
laws of nature, you'll see it's synonymous with the laws of science. Pull back up
Good.
that very same
Good.
page that
The
you had
laws
up
of
earlier.
nature. The laws of nature makes lightning always a natural phenomenon, Inky.
Nobody's debating that, sir.
So
So you're
what's
just
your
out of
point?
place with your foolishness. Now,
Mm-mm.
can you please hit the share screen and pull that back up? What you had up?
Yeah, but you got to answer a question because I answered your question. So now you got to answer the question. Remember?
What question?
Cedric had a question.
But I just answered it. I never said that lightning was not natural.
At which point in time wasn't it not part of a natural phenomenon?
Yeah, what
So
part?
if it was always
You're not hearing what I'm
natural,
saying?
if
I
it
keep
was
saying,
always a
I keep
natural
saying, I
phenomenon,
never
at no
said
point
that
in
there was
time
any
it was
point where
supernatural.
lightning was not a part of natural phenomena.
Okay, so then why
I
you
feel
saying-
like Chris Tucker right now? Like, do you not understand the words that coming out of my mouth? Okay,
No, hey, Inky, but by default, when you make the point and say what you've been saying, by default, that's what you're actually saying. That there was a point in time, just because humans didn't understand it, that it was in the realm of supernatural. That's what you continually saying.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Let me say it again. Listen, because
Uh-huh.
now you pulled up the laws of nature.
Uh-huh.
And when you pull up the laws of nature, you see what it says there. Laws of science. And when we read what supernatural, when we read the definition of supernatural earlier, one of the definitions for supernatural was anything that's operating outside the known laws of science.
Of course. Or the
Right.
law of nature.
So I'm showing you that there's a time period where lightning was outside the known laws of science.
No, so so what you're trying to say is what they knew about that natural phenomenon was outside of what science understood at that time. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that they
You're saying that, right? You got to be saying that.
No, listen, I'm saying that just like you agreed, the ancient Greeks did not have a scientific understanding of the origin of lightning.
I disagree with that.
It's going to take us down another rabbit hole.
Okay, so if we're going to, we'll deal with that in a second. So if we agree that the ancient Greeks did not know the origin of lightning, then we're saying at that time period, lightning was operating outside the known laws of science.
But it wasn't operating outside. So what you're trying to make,
I'm not saying that it was not a natural phenomenon.
No, I'm telling you what you're saying. You in this conversation, here's the trickology. You're basically trying to say that the laws of nature and the laws of science are synonymous. Is that what
wait. That's not what I'm saying. That's what we're looking at on the screen.
Okay,
Wikipedia is saying that. Wait. Wikipedia is saying that. It's on the screen right there. This is
okay. So I'm gonna hold you to it. Listen, so I'm gonna hold you to this. So it's based on repeated experimentation and observations that describe or predict a range of natural phenomenon.
Correct.
The term law has been derived, has diverse usage in many cases, approximate, accurate, broad, or narrow, across all fields of natural science, physics, chemistry, astronomy, geoscience, and biology. Laws are developed from data.
Agreed.
Okay, so you're basically saying that there wasn't any data yet. There wasn't any empirical evidence. Okay, we agree. But you forgot. I've been studying you for years. Right?
What are you doing?
What I'm saying. Watch this, bro. You're talking about supernatural. And the conversation is things that are outside of nature, beyond nature. And then you dive in with, wait a minute, just a lot. Hold on, bro. Stay right there with supernatural, because that's the real conversation.
Okay, hold on.
You're on the Molten Bailey. So we're talking about supernatural and the definition of supernatural. Supernatural always means outside of nature, no matter what you say. That was a long way to get back to that, but I'm right there with you, bro. I got you. Supernatural is outside of nature.
Wait, no, sir. You maybe we need to pull it back up. Let's pull back up the definition, because when the brother read the definition, as we know in English, words have several definitions. And one of the definitions was very clear. It said a phenomenon that's happening in nature, a natural phenomena,
but it's outside the current laws of science or the laws of whatever. He read out. Now that we done went over 1,000 times, but it said outside the laws of science. So what I'm saying is there's a time period for every. That's why we have a timeline of discovery. Like there's a time period where oxygen. Hold up. There's a time period where oxygen is outside the known laws of science because we hadn't yet discovered what an oxygen atom was. That doesn't make oxygen not a natural phenomenon or not a natural substance.
Right, we agree.
Right. So
you're trying to make a point. Get to the point you're trying to make.
I'm saying by the definition that your guy read, that would be at that time period supernatural.
No, it never would be that. See, that's the point.
Okay, so let's pull back up the definition of supernatural.
You can't play that game. Listen, laws of nature are never supernatural. So I'm just letting you know that's what you keep trying to do. And the way you mixing it is a wild thing. Scientists would never say that. Only pseudoscientists would say that. Continue to say it. And you say it over and over again and it sounds good to person. No, but a scientific literary person will stay right here. Guess what, Inky?
Okay. All right. So
listen, just because we don't know it to be there, just because you read a definition, at the end of the day, is based off of what supernatural is. And supernatural is clearly outside of nature. It's not clearly outside of what we know. You're trying to say that supernatural, watch this, yo, is outside of what we know. No.
Can you hit the share screen?
Supernatural.
Can you hit the share screen real quick?
Supernatural. Supernatural.
Did you hear my point? Hey, Cedric, am I not right?
You're right. So he's
all right, so just hit the share screen.
Temporary ignorance.
Don't make it that.
Yeah, he's using
hit the share screen real quick.
As a supernatural. No, that is temporary ignorance versus true supernaturality. No, Inky, we don't play them games. That is just a colloquial use of the word and not within the realm of science because we recognize temporary ignorance versus true supernaturality, right? So any phenomena that may sit outside of a current explanation, for example, the phenomena of consciousness, right? We can label that supernatural. However, it is a natural phenomena that we yet can't explain. So don't do the flim-flam, Inky. You can't do that here.
Hey, that's a good one, yo.
You know the level of arrogance that you display, Cedric, is insane, brother. You rewrite definitions, and like we reading definitions, and it seems to always get you emotionally active when I read a definition. This is a definition right here. This is a definition. I just typed in supernatural definition. Very simple, no source added. It says, attributed to some force beyond scientific understanding or the laws of nature. Exactly what I have been explaining to y'all for the better part of 20 or 30 minutes so far. And you over here dancing around, Cedric, and you parade your credentials like, oh, I've worked in this place and that place. I don't understand how you work at these places and you ignore like reading or books or definitions. Like I just don't understand how you do that.
Your inability to do the flim-flam has got you frustrated and flustered. You're all over the
That's a good one. That's how you get out.
Yo, I'm flim-flamming because obviously I got control of Google. And since I'm powerful enough to control Google and insert my definitions that I want Google to respond to, like I'm somehow that powerful. Now you're making me into a supernatural being. You're giving me the power to manipulate Google on the spot.
More of the
So is there a teapot floating around Venus?
Y'all crazy as shit.
I'm saying it says right there.
No. Yes or no? Is there a teapot floating around Venus? Stop dancing. Yes or no? Is there a teapot floating around Venus? Since we talked about supernatural, did some supernatural being put a teapot and have it floating around Venus? Got it floating around Venus.
Yo, you got to stop coming on the platform after you finish smoking, bro. You got to try to do this sober with me, man.
I'm sober. I'm
So what
sober.
Enki
You're
is trying
just
to
your
do.
claims
You're
are
not. You're
just
not.
as wild.
You're not,
You don't
brother.
under,
Give me
you
a
don't
chance. Give me a
understand. Your
chance.
claims are just as wild.
But you're not.
You
So
don't
let
understand.
let
Your
me
claims are just as wild. So me asking you, let both questions that I asked you when I cornered you, where did Zeus live on Mount Olympus, which is an actual mountain that
You
exists.
cornered
So
me
Zeus,
on
hold
that?
on. Yes, I cornered you. Yes, I cornered you
How
because
could you
Mount
corner
Olympus.
me on something that I
Listen,
never said? You insane.
listen.
You
You're
are
insane.
high, brother. You
You're
are high. You
insane.
need a
You're
rehab.
insane. Yes, I'm
Bro, you
higher.
need
I'm high.
rehab.
I'm emotionally and intelligently higher than you. You are actually right.
You
You
need
are
rehab.
actually right. I am way higher than you intellectually
I
and
got you. And you
intelligently.
asking me about
You are
teapots around Saturn, and
yes,
you
yes,
So let me get back.
because it's a hypothetical and it's a claim that I can make. And if you can't refute it, it's just like the God claim that you're making.
right.
It's circular
I need to
reasoning
be able to
because
refute the teapot around Saturn.
no.
Good
You
point.
so
There
you
you
haven't
go. Good
you
point.
haven't you
Good
haven't
point.
established your God. All you're doing is arguing over things that you
Well, I'm
don't
not trying to
understand. The
establish a God. What's wrong
supernatural.
with you?
You're trying to
You're
establish.
high.
You're
Listen,
trying to.
you're high. I'm not trying to
Stop making
establish a God.
excuses.
What's
Stop
wrong with
making
you?
excuses and run it and let me finish my point. I would have been done. So again, you're trying to establish the supernatural. We
No, I'm
already
not.
understand.
I'm not.
Your only thing
No,
you're
I'm
talking.
not.
Only thing you've
No,
been yelling
I'm
about is the
not. I'm reading
supernatural.
the definition, something you
Cool.
clearly don't do.
Cool. I just read the supernatural definition before you, idiot. If you were paying attention, it was one of the. Now you're going to make me start insulting you.
Hey, you're
Please
not doing
stop,
that. Hey, we're not doing that, bro.
So this is the
idiot.
slim plan. So
Nah,
this
come
is
on,
the
man.
slim plan, right? So Enki is going to take that. He's not going to expound on it, right? So he's using the lack of scientific explanations of the phenomena is considered supernatural if they currently are unexplained by scientific methods. So I said the hard problem of consciousness, for example, we can classify as supernatural, right? Because we don't have a current explanation for this phenomena. However, it is rooted in natural order. So this is what we call temporary ignorance. It's a fallacy that people like Enki use to shoehorn supernatural for example, quantum entanglement. He tried to go there and put this in the realm of supernatural because we can't explain it. This is the flim flam. That's why he's upset when I defined natural as everything within space-time. He doesn't have any room to maneuver. So now he's hammering on a moot point.
I might have to agree with that.
You first of all, you made up that definition and you didn't show us no source for that definition. That's number one. Number two, your man said he trapped me by not being able to prove that Zeus was yo, these people are insane. Listen, number three. Number three,
You see
I'm
that?
reading
You're
the
an idiot.
definition. Listen, I'm reading the definition of supernatural. I'm not trying to make it be anything other than it is. You're making me into a supernatural being by assuming I somehow have the power to manipulate the internet and make it say what I wanted to say. Number four, Cedric, can you conclusively prove to us what the fabric of consciousness is?
Oh, he's switching up on you now.
You see how I was way
Right.
ahead of him? You see how I cut him off at the knees? He has nowhere to go. So now he's spinning in a circle.
What are you talking about? No. I'm asking you a question so you could clarify your point, because I see what you do over here. You make a lot of points and nobody over here asks you to prove any of these statements that you throw out there. So you get this thing where you just throw things out there and nobody says for you to validate them. So because nobody asked you to validate these points, nobody asked you to validate these points.
Can you repeat what I said about consciousness and the hard problem of consciousness?
Can I answer that question, Mr. Enki? What you just asked? What's the fabric of space reality? Oh.
That's not what I said.
No, he said
what was the
consciousness.
question?
He
What was
said
the question?
consciousness. A brain.
The fabric of consciousness is a brain. Okay.
He said, what's the fabric of consciousness?
My dog is conscious because my dog has a brain.
I just want to know what was the question. That was a good question.
So let me ask you a question. How is it that plants are conscious? because plants don't have a brain.
What?
I just asked you a clear question. How is it that plants are conscious because they don't have a brain?
So
Plants are conscious. Okay, at this point, we're talking stupidity.
Yeah, this is where the pseudo wants to muddy the waters. So now chemical reaction to the environment.
Hold on.
So let me.
Are you saying? Wait, Cedric.
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. No,
can you just say yes or no? Are plants conscious? Yes or no?
Ask me no question.
Are plants conscious? Yes or no?
Hey,
I'm gonna explain myself.
All right, let's just
I think plants are conscious by the sun.
hold
the
on,
light.
everybody.
So what
sunlight
Enki
is
doing,
loose.
yeah. So what Enki is doing is the actual chemical reactions with the environment that produces outcome. A plant is attacked by a fungus. It produces a particular chemical to fight that fungus. That chemical released in the environment is going to be picked up by the other plants to produce the same chemical, cause the fungus in the environment. Now you can shoehorn that into consciousness because they react to their awareness. So too does amoeba react to their environment. So too does the brainless squid react. The brainless jellyfish react to its environment because there's a nervous system that reacts chemically because life is a chemical, biochemical processes. When I'm talking about consciousness,
Hold on, Cedric.
No, stop. When I'm talking about consciousness and the hard problem of consciousness, you can shoehorn in that to supernatural because we cannot explain that natural phenomenon. That's why.
Okay, all right. So hold on. Agree to disagree right there for a second.
However,
Your man said, wait. Your man said consciousness comes from a brain. Do you, Cedric, agree with your homeboy saying that consciousness comes from a brain?
I agree.
Then consciousness is light and sound.
Produced by the brain. However, we do not necessarily understand the causal agent. We know that, right? And that's why it can be quote unquote considered supernatural.
Okay, so yes or no, Cedric? Are plants conscious?
However, it is a natural process that is happening within and under space time. So it is
a plant conscious,
by definition a natural process.
I finished. So y'all hear this back and forth. Y'all hear the way Enki is doing what he doing. It's gonna be like that 25th of this damn month, y'all. Was pangenesis the scientific portion of Charles Darwin's theory of evolution? Did Darwin produce a scientific theory of evolution? Make sure y'all hit that link and get them damn tickets, man. This is good training right here. Good boxing, right? Good matchup right now. So I want to make this damn point right here. I want to talk about, because he gonna always take you off the point and throw you into consciousness. The real question is what supernatural actually means. So it's generally referring to what? Something that is beyond, watch this, the natural world. Watch this. And that will mean it's not subjected to the natural laws. So if it's not subjected to the natural laws, he can never say what he's saying. He's really trying to introduce the God of the gaps. Meaning that when you reach a point of your knowledge, you don't know, you put God in that. So things that are supernatural is not subject to the natural laws. Things like ghosts and goblins and all that nonsense, right? So when he continuously makes the point, listen to me closely, that just because the Greeks didn't know about thunder and lightning, then it was subjected. That will be subjected to the realm of supernatural because supernatural means the laws of nature. No. That's not really how you're supposed to say that. Simply put, things that are supernatural are not subjected to the laws of nature, thus is not subjected to science, and thus he can't keep saying what the hell he keeps saying. That's my stance, and that's where I'm at. Appreciate y'all for listening. But get them damn tickets, right? So we're going to see what he got. We can carry on. But that's the point. So he gone.
Yeah, of course.
Got him right there. You see how he was doing it right there. That's what he was doing right there. He was, is that like a category fallacy or something what he was doing? It's crazy.
It is a bait and switch, right? So and what he's trying to do, and that's why I went into the definitions of supernatural, because what the pseudo does, they use temporary ignorance to quantify it
as supernatural. That's why quantum entanglement, spooky interaction at a distance. The word spooky alone makes it supernatural in their framework. So that's why I mentioned consciousness, right? Because these things are unexplained by science. So the God of the gaps, he wants to put that into supernatural and then attribute it to God. These are the standard arguments that they use. Like, we know the playbook, Inky. Come on. I'm gonna cut you off at the knees. That's why I started with my definition of natural. Everything within space-time. So nothing that happens within space-time, you are going to define as supernatural. Why? Because you're not going to engage in temporary ignorance and equate that to supernaturality. You're not going to do that, Flynn.
Yeah, and so in science doesn't declare supernatural causes, yo, at all. So you can't. He tried to mix that shit in.
Yeah.
How you mix it in, yo? It investigates the unknown causes until they are explained or shown to be unverifiable, yo.
Yep.
Okay. So the supernatural label is often temporary. It marks a boundary of current knowledge, not different dimensions in reality. And that's the philosophical implications of his statement, what he is making. Okay. All right. So yeah, they playing, bro. Look, man, I appreciate everybody that came through, but it's gonna be a lot of that. That's why you gotta stay to the point. That's why I stay to the point. I don't get off into that. He switched the conversation because he's good at that. But we want to make sure that what we were saying was very clear. And you made a great point, bro. It was a great goddamn point. Just because a person don't know something, right, or don't understand the phenomenon, doesn't make it supernatural. Because it's always a natural phenomenon. Before humans understand it and after humans understand it. It never moves from one place to another.
No.
You get it? He tried to move it. That was slick. Man, we learned a lot about Inky, man. He's super slick, superstar. We see you. I appreciate everybody coming through, man. Make sure y'all get them damn tickets, man. I'm going to drop the link again, man.
It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. Watching Inky's Sperm is gonna be fire.
To that. Yeah, I'm never all that. You see, I just stay right there. I'm practicing on staying right there because if you get into a conversation, he'll have you thinking that the motherfucking chicken pox is herpes.
Damn.
He'll have you thinking just because the Greeks didn't understand thunder and lightning, that thunder and lightning some kind of way moved from the supernatural to the laws of nature.
Yeah, you gotta cut him off at the knees. That's why you gotta be in front of him. Explain what natural is. Everything within space-time, and you're not gonna flim-flam me. We know what temporary ignorance is. Now you cut him off at the knees.
Yeah,
you don't give him nowhere to go.
Once you explain what natural was, then he could never make that claim. So that means thunder and lightning always was natural. It never was supernatural.
I got you.
Just because you're ignorant of it doesn't make it supernatural. It never was supernatural. It's just because the definition of natural, right, meaning things inside the laws of nature, because that's how we measure natural phenomenons with the laws of science. You get that?
Exactly.
Yeah, man. He tricky, slippery.
Hey, you gotta stay right there with it. You gotta stay right there with it.
I'm the only qualified one, the pseudo killers. Right? The community skeptics can have these conversations, yo. So y'all be having a debate down the line, yo. It's time to up your goddamn competition level. I mean, get to the pseudo sophisticates. He's a pseudo sophisticate. I can imagine all the shit he's gonna be talking to in that.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
I enjoy ragdolling, Inky. Look at you, Mr.
G must have been doing What's going on, Speaker Official?
Hey, what's up, y'all? How you gonna go live without me? You know I'm not mentoring and tutoring. You couldn't wait. Look, I'm in there. We whipping up some slime, right? And I was like, wait, they live. But you know, y'all be cussing too much, so I couldn't even have it on.
Oh man, I wasn't trying to cuss. I was slowing them down. I ain't want them to cuss.
No, I didn't cuss.
It was other people.
Yeah,
it's okay. I was like, oh, I'm gonna wait till I get home. So I just got home, and I was like, hi. 2 more days and I'm out of here. Hey.
Oh man, in a jet flying with the vaccinations that you can't not get. And
5 vaccinations. I got
You
5
okay? You got your
vaccinations
malaria?
at one
I think you
time.
lost a hand. Let me see both your hands.
Nah, I got both hands. See,
Okay,
that's
You
one.
got
That's
you got
other.
wings?
That's
You got
one.
the
That's
wings? You
other.
got the shot with the wings?
It's just
Listen,
making my hair longer. That's it. I think. I don't
Oh,
know. My skin clearing up. You feel me? My teeth getting fixed. I don't know. I don't know what the vaccines. But yeah, 5 vaccines to go to Gambia. You need
yes,
one for
ma'am.
sure. But look, I don't want no malaria. I don't want no
No,
typhoid.
no,
I don't want no hepatitis A or
no
B.
dysentery,
Yeah.
no
So I
dysentery,
was
no
like, I said, can I do all these? She's like, yeah. I
hepatitis.
was like, okay,
You
shoot me
beat up
up.
on your hepatitis B too, right?
I got all that.
Okay, good. Yeah, now y'all. Bye, ma'am. Have fun.
Yep, going to Gambia. By the way, we have Textures Intercultural Exchange 2025-26 t-shirts. Bobby Banger's gonna tell y'all about it while I'm gone.
For sure.
I had a link. Y'all can purchase them on the site. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, Gay and Jaro Skills Academy. I got I'm gonna show y'all real quick because we don't play over here. Let me cut the light on so y'all can see it clear. Y'all see some dirt, don't say nothing. It's gleaming in here, ain't it? This is what we do. This is what we doing for the school. See right there? We got that.
Hold on, let me get you.
Put on the big screen.
All right,
We
go
got,
ahead.
we got that Canon, that Canon little camera we got for the school, brand new, from Best Buy. Can you see that? Yeah, from Best Buy. What else I got for her? That's my charger. Got an SD card for them to go with their new 35mm camera. Let me turn it around for you. Let me get that right. That's what we got for Gay and Jaro Skills Academy. And in this box, I got 2, not 1, 2 laptops. 2 laptops we'll be donating to Gay and Jaro Skills Academy for girls in Banjul, Gambia. That's my assistant, Yoshi.
Let me see Yoshi.
Yoshi.
Ow, boy.
Let me see Yoshi.
Hey,
Yoshi,
Yoshi.
say hey, Yoshi.
Hey, Yoshi.
Say hey.
Is that like a
Say
pit
hey.
bull?
Look at my killer. That's my killer. That's
Is that
my
like
dog.
a pit bull? What is that?
Look at my dog. That's my killer.
No.
Cedric's going crazy. To my stop. No. Go back upstairs. But give me a minute. I'm going to open this so y'all can see the laptop.
You got them floors down, Juju?
What?
Is they the floors, the new floors you got?
Wait a minute. I can't hear you.
Floors. Are they the new floors? You can't hear me?
Dang, what happened?
We can hear you. We can hear you the whole time, Juju.
Yeah, we hearing
I
you
can't
fine.
hear y'all at all.
Oh, Lord.
I think my phone about to die. I'll come back. Oh, you like the floors?
Yeah, I like the floors.
Oh, nice.
I like the floors. That was one.
It's a little-
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the floors. So let me show you. If I can show you in here. It's clean and pretty in here. I was doing a training video today in here because I'm teaching them. Oh, I must have died.
You ain't died. That's me. That's me pushing the buttons. That ain't you.
Oh, dang.
That ain't
Don't
you.
make me die.
That ain't you.
Don't make me die.
I'm trying to figure it
Cedric's
out.
gonna get you, Yoshi. Stop. So this is where I had the training video.
Okay.
My beautiful dining room.
Okay.
Look at that. That's some good stuff, y'all. Get off me. Look at that. Look at that. Nice clean floor. Move. I'm fighting for my life.
So I'll be booking my tickets for my 2 weeks boarding train. Oh, he's
Get outside. Get outside. Get outside. Huh?
I'll be booking my ticket for my 2-week boarding train.
Okay. Yeah, but we did a formal training for the girls at Gay and Jaro Skills Academy. That's what I'll be teaching. Yoshi just wants attention. And yeah, so I was gonna show y'all the computer, but I'll do that before I go. I gotta run for my dog. Cause he's a killer, y'all. He's a killer.
He's a killer from Manila and the Thriller.
He's a killer.
Crazy. Well, that was an interesting conversation. Don't let them knock you down. That'll be funny.
Oh boy.
And y'all from
Get upstairs.
Wow. He ain't never going
You're running in the house, Juju. In 6 months, he's gonna tear up your house.
No, he ain't. He ain't gonna tear that. Don't come get him.
No, don't worry. I'll be off to Florida. I'll do a 2-week boarding train. That'll be fun.
Oh, boarding train.
Yeah, I'll be the boarding train. The reverse. Instead of the dog coming to me, I'll come to the dog.
Yeah, you had to get that dog right, yo. You got him out there.
He in the kennel now. See?
Oh, let me see.
Good job.
Okay.
Yeah, he know how to kennel up. He know how to sit. He just want to have fun. Before you go, my phone died. I wanted to show you these beautiful laptops we got for the girls. Y'all, I've been running on 1,000 for the last 3 days, preparing for the trip. So that's just hyperness, because that's me naturally. Don't need no drugs for that. Trust me. It's all in you. It's all in you. I can't get this box open.
Yeah,
oh, there
get
it
that
goes.
right. Look at you. You can't even get
There it
that.
goes. Watch my phone die by the time I get it out. Because we got to take it out the box anyway. Because if we put in the luggage in the box, you know, there's a lot of corrupt stuff going on. So it's going to be corrupt, but brand new laptop. Oh, I want to break that. Brand new laptop. Can y'all see that?
Yeah. 17 inch.
So y'all can just see we do things brand new for the school. Brand new. That's beautiful. And this is for the girls. We got 2 of these. 2 laptops. So try to raise some money. So you make sure y'all get them shirts or cash at me. I'll show you the receipts. It's going to Ganjaro Skills Academy for girls in Banjul, Gambia. Okay? That's all. Thank you for letting me crash the show. Bye.
Love you, Juju.
You ain't crashing no show. All right, appreciate Juju stop through, man. She on her way to Africa, man. That's how she doing it, man. Hey, Cedric, you still coming to Baltimore? What you doing, bro?
Sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you got your ticket already, or you gonna get?
Got my ticket. It's the hotel room I didn't arrange yet, but I got my ticket already.
Oh, you running out of time, yo? What you doing, bro?
Yeah, I know. I got my ticket already.
Oh man, you don't have a ticket? Be standing outside, homeless?
No, I got. Gonna be homeless.
Yeah, he homeless. He tripping.
He ain't homeless.
I'm homeless. I got my ticket already though, but I'll take care of the hotel this month.
All right, okay. All right, so man, appreciate you, man. Shout out to all the pseudo killers, man. Community skeptics, man. We've been double streaming, man, all day, building up that content, man. Big up to everybody, man. Make sure y'all hit that link. It's pinned up, man. Get those tickets for the debate, man. And y'all already know what it is, man. We're doing our thing, man. Juju's doing her missionary work, going to Africa, right?
I ain't no damn missionary. Ain't no damn missionary. This is the philanthropic.
I know. I like it. I like the term. You on a mission.
Engagement. Nah.
You like the mission.
The missionaries is Christians.
Yeah,
This is something everybody.
I don't believe that. I believe you're on a mission. I believe you're on a mission to educate and save the babies, yo. You're on a mission.
All right.
You know what I mean? I truly. You've been doing it for a while. And you've been doing it for 15, 20 years, yo, since I know you, yo. 10 years you've been doing it. I always been doing that. So, yeah, we appreciate that.
But, yeah, just don't advertise it, so.
No, I ain't advertising that, man. It was all good, man.
You feel me? But this I have to, because we want to raise money for the school, give them all the necessary equipment that they need. They need way more equipment. And they do some amazing things. I think one of our first meetings when we get there is meeting the U.S. Embassy in Banjul. So that's big.
Okay.
We're going to try to bring Dr. Mayat in on it and bring her conscious ingenuity to Gambia. So she'll have it in Gambia and Ghana. So yeah, that's what we're working on. So when people say what we're doing for the community, don't say that because y'all get crushed. Super crushed.
Yeah,
I work for technically I work for 3 nonprofits. That's one nonprofit I work for 2 in Daytona. Just got back from mentoring and tutoring. We made slime. It's super fun. So if you need to know how to make slime, holler at me. I got all the ingredients. All right. Play the little country song. Must die.
Yo. Yeah, you should be on the live tomorrow, man, to promote that. Yo, like I said, we're gonna have them shirts in the stores, man. Man, make sure y'all been a powerful show, Cedric.
Man,
you gonna have my comrade, yo.
The bait is gonna be fire.
Yeah,
I can't wait to watch Inky squirm.
Big up Ron, man. Jump your ass back in the server. Yo, you've been gone too long. Stop playing, yo. Get that tripping. Ron tripping. Thunder, man.
Ron Perkins.
Yeah, man. Thurman. Hold on. Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all know what it is, man. I'm your host, Bobby Banger, man. Big up to all the pseudo killers, man. Streaming, double streamed up, man. Juju Pseudo Killer Official. Cedric Pseudo Killer Official, man. Man, all day, man. Should be on here tomorrow, man. And big up. Man, we appreciate the community work and the work abroad. It starts at home and goes abroad, yo. That's serious, yo. Picture Juju, man. And you already know it, man. All day, every day. Hey, the game is tight, man. Appreciate everybody, man. Pseudo Killers. And with that, we out.
Peace.
Peace.